am adjusting volumes. Hi, everybody. Hello. It's a ghost? No. Just me. Rough and tough. My name is Vylett Moonheart, and I am your wolf knight of the eternal dusk, here to protect you no matter what. And today, we're going on a nice calming autumn walk in the rift of Skyrim. Welcome in, every hottie. Hi. How are you today? Hello. Yeah, it's mega comfy time, everyone. It's mega comfy time. I got a little soup in my cup here. I got a cozy blanket on. I'm ready to go. Well, not a blanket, a cape. But you know what I mean. Hi, Tomoe. Hi. I'm ready for 10K steps. Yeah, I didn't go to the gym today. I need it. I need it. Tomorrow. Who invented the 10K steps, huh? Who did that? Who was the one that decided it was 10K as a number, Was it one of you hotties? Welcome in. Hi. Let's say hi to each other before we get started today, shall we? Hello, MDK. Hi, Cappy. Hi, Hito. Hi. Hi, Fake. Welcome in. Hello, Archimperatrix. Hi. Hi, Kano. Hi, Flightless. Hi, Divvy. Have you been gone that long? Oh, yeah. I re-debuted three weeks ago. Welcome in. Hi. It's good to see you again. I hope you've been well. Hi, Carmo. Hi. Hi, Kirtap. The scams are on, so feel free to scam me. Hi, Captain VA. Thank you. Thank you for coming in and saying hi. Over on the red site, who do we got? Hello, Max. Hi, Top Gear. Hi, Ta. Hi, Gondor. Hi, Biggest. Yeah, back to the soup again. I know, right? Oh, no. A dragon approaches. Da-da-da. 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 Oh. It's gone. Must have just flown over the village. Hi, Asai. Hi, Biggest. Hi, Potato. Hi, Steven. Hi, Isabel. Hi, Brenticus. Welcome in. Hi, Top Gear. Hi, Storsky. Hi, Momos. Hi, Tomoe. Hi, Lamore. What is a cape if not a blanket that's okay to wear outside? Very true. Hi, David. Welcome in. Hi, Dread. What kind of soup you work with? Just broth again. It's not. Calling it soup is a little bit generous. It's more just like chicken broth. I put some ginger powder in it and some red wine vinegar. And I diluted that, and then I put some chicken broth in, and it tastes really yummy. I noticed that when I was sick, when I was drinking broth during stream, I felt less hungry. So I'm gonna keep drinking this good drink. I have a thermos of it if you want to share, hotties. You want a big sip? Careful, it's hot. Hi, B-Tex, welcome in. Hi, Mealforged, hi. Hi, Crazy, hello. Happy autumn, everybody. Yeah, today we're gonna be yapping, just having a nice yap sesh in Skyrim's The Rift. If you're not familiar with The Rift, it's that one place in Skyrim that has a bunch of birch trees and like beautiful autumn foliage, like red and orange and yellow. That's the Rift. It's also, coincidentally, where the town Riften is. World building. Hi, B-Ball. Hi, Hammer. Hi, Lara. How are you doing today? It's good to see you. Hi. Yeah, the background looks really nice, doesn't it? Uh-oh. Well, Todd didn't survive the background. Help him, he's inside of an oblivion gate. Someone help Todd, he's inside an oblivion gate. Hi, BK, you skipped work today because of the typhoon. Be safe. Yeah, there is a hurricane approaching Florida, so also be safe you guys, okay? Southeast Americans and everybody who's experiencing typhoon season, be safe, okay? Nice and dry, stay dry. Hi, Menagerie, I like this setup, me too. Welcome in, hello. Hi, Rion, hi, Kirtaf, hi, Steven, hi Neno, hi, Kieran. Hello. How are we doing today? Hi, Del. Hi, Vogan. Hi, Veiled. Hello. Hi, everybody. Did I miss anyone? Hi, Captain Ron. Hi, welcome in. Hi, Mr. Uncle. Hi, Janko. If I didn't say hi to you, say hi now or forever hold your pee. Hi, Greaser. Welcome in. Hi. And hi, Mango. Am I in hell? Yes. Beautiful hell. Beautiful. No, you're actually in Sheogoras Mania realm. Welcome in. That's why we're yapping so fast today. Hi, Brendan. Hi. Hello. Hi, Rabbit. It's good to see you. Bap, thank you so much for being first. I appreciate that. Hi. Hi, Laser. Hi, Malkosh. Hi, guys. Okay, I think that's everybody. Hi, Mr. Scorpio. Hi, what's up? Todd is being annihilated in the fires of Mayroot Steak. Listen, I couldn't account for the gifts, okay? Hi, Shadow Drake. As a Floridian, I didn't even know a hurricane was coming. Yeah, listen, hotties, I worry about you, so I watch the news. The only reason I watch the news is to make sure that you guys are safe. Hi, Hornet. Orange trees are still about a month off for me, but no less pretty. Yeah. Yeah. They're still pretty far away from me, too, where the castle is. But we journeyed to Skyrim today because I wanted to bring you all of the orangish glory that autumn has to offer. Hi, Fruits. Welcome in. Yeah, Riften's really nice. You know, other than the Thieves Guild and the high crime rate, Riften's really beautiful. And the bears. There's always a bear. Have you noticed? There's always a bear when you walk in Riften. I always stumble across bears. Like, around every corner. Thank you for the hydrate, Malkosh. Around every corner. There is a bear in Riften. Hi, Cannon. How you doing? Hi, Danger. Welcome in. Hi, Olaf. Hello. Thank you for the dragon break. They needed a number in 10K as good as any. Really? You think so? They didn't really math or science it out at all, you think? Yeah, and all the people in Riften. Yeah, no matter where in the world I am, I bring you the autumn. Precisely. My little gift to you, hotties. I outstretch my fist and place a sticky lollipop in your hand that's already been pre-licked. And then I run off. Have I heard of bears? Yeah, I've heard of bears. Have you guys heard of bears? Have you heard of bears? Hi, T-Meg. Welcome in. Hello. That sounds unbearable. Hi, Chunky. They're turning here? Oh, nice. Yeah. They're starting to turn a little bit, but still a little bit far off for me as well. That's some insane power you possess. Yes. It is a power and a privilege and an honor to be able to give you sticky lollipops, hotties, that have been pre-licked. Hi, Maka. The real question is, why haven't I heard of bears? It's Berenstein or Berenstain Bears? It's Berenstein. It's Berenstein with an E. If you guys don't know what Berenstein Bears is, it's kind of like a children's book that has like Mama Bear, Papa Bear, Baby Bear. They're called the Berenstein Bears, and they're actually quite cozy. I'm pretty sure it's with an E. This little soup in a thermos I brought is delightful, hotties. Take a sip. Clear your sinuses. We'll warn you if the bear is behind you. Should we get a Skyrim bear? Hottie, should we get a... You know, I set this up. I spent like 30 minutes setting this up. 30, 45 minutes. But what if we do like... What if we put a Skyrim bear in the background? You're so right. You're so right, hotties. Skyrim bear transparent, please. Images. Realistic bear project. Oh, perfect. Oh, this is beautiful. I do kind of want him rearing... Not the WebP file. Not the web... Sorry, hotties. I'm looking on my Skyrim computer. Not a WebP file. Jerkhole. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's see if this works. Oh, it's Fat Bear Week? Is it Fat Bear Week already? No way. Hold on. No, it refuses to put bear up there. Hey, why do you refuse to put bear up there? I'm finding bears here. Oh, I was looking in the wrong folder. Hold on, hotties. My personal computer, I have it with me on our walk. I know I shouldn't, but... Where is the bear image? Hello? Bear. Where did I put the bear, hotties? Do you know? Where did I put it? Oh, just in the right... Okay. Oh. Okay, hold on. Hold on. That had a white background. Give me a second. Everybody go get a nice drink. Hi. I can barely wait. Hotties, you're getting worse with your puns. As you get older, your puns get worse. What's that about? Can't even disconnect when walking in nature. Alright. I want this bear high quality. Alright, let's try this, Hotties. Sorry about that. I'm a knight, okay? I have to stay abreast of my orders. There we go. Wait, hold on. Wait. ちょっと待って。Hold on. ちょっと待って。Alright, here we go. Rawr. Rawr. I'll put him like in the back. Very small in the back. Hey, is this real? Is that a real bear behind me? Very faint. There we go. There we go. All right, Hotties, we did it. We managed to put a bear. We managed to find a bear on our walk. Wow. What's he doing there? Bear with chameleon ring. Yeah, the bear found a chameleon ring. I has my AirPod on. Uh-oh. Did I say I has? What am I, the cheeseburger cat? Can we get Sting as well? No, Sting's not here. Sting hates Skyrim. Sting really hates Skyrim. He stays in the Imperial capital almost all the time. My dad's Sting. He's looking for some berry bushes. Watch out, there's a bear behind you. Thank you, Dad. I put him there. Ah, the broth is delightful. Is it Yogi Bear? Who is Yogi Bear, legend? Do you mean Yogi Bear? I don't know Yogi Bear. Welcome in, hi. Anyway. Hi, guys. Welcome to our autumn walk today. I gave you some homework yesterday, if you were in stream. I know, that word's really scary, but I gave you some homework yesterday. I asked you to write down 2 things you wanted to do this autumn. I wrote down 2 things. And I hope you write... It can be simple. They can be very simple stuff. Like, you know, eat a pumpkin. Eat a raw pumpkin, maybe. It could be very simple. But I wanted to hear what you guys wanted to do this autumn. Don't feed the Yao Guai. He's not a Yao Guai yet. My dog ate it. That's okay. You can make something up too, Hotties. I want to go to another concert and try one new thing. Ah, a concert in the autumn would be really nice, Hito. Hi, Raphael. Welcome in. I wrote down -2. Dang it, I'm bad with numbers. I'm afraid I forgot, boss. I was out today. That's okay, Max. Start thinking now. I want to watch a new TV series, and I want to get cake for my birthday soon. Ooh, those are good. Those are good. That sounds fun, VTech. Happy almost birthday. Yeah, a new TV series. What's a good... you know what a good TV series is to watch in fall? Over the Garden Wall. Do you guys know about Over the Garden Wall? It's a really good series to watch during the autumn. It's just got an autumn vibe to it, you know? Good Thanksgiving, not get allergies. Ooh, that's a high order, Kieran. I'm sure your Thanksgiving will be great. The allergies, I want to drink all the apple cider. Ooh, apple cider sounds good. I'm not sure what I'd like to try out this autumn. That's okay, Gondor. It could be as simple as like making a pie or something. Finish my current animation project and go to the park more for some fresh air. Ooh, animation. That sounds fun, Diet. Yeah, get your steppies in, Hotties. This is the perfect season to get steppies in. Get your little walks in. 1, cut down on sugary drinks, and 2, get back in the gym. You got this, Dad. I believe in you. It's hard to cut down on sugary drinks. The way that I eventually ended up doing it was cutting out juice altogether. Juice is really sugary. Now I just drink orange juice, but even that, I gotta check and see what sugar's in there, you know? And the occasional ginger ale. I can't resist a nice ginger ale. I want to remember to replant my garlic bulbs. Oh, you got a garden, Trav? Cool. I think you told me about that before. That'll be lovely. Get some fresh garlic just in time for the baking season. You watched that when I was a kid? Let's go, Cinnabar. Hi. Hi, Spider-Man. Welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. Hi, Sai. I want to go to a bunch of matcha cafes and find the best one. What's a matcha cafe? What is that? Tell me all about it. Actually get back up a lot of work stuff, and 2, visit a little pasta festival. Ooh, a pasta festival? That sounds delightful, MDK. Hi, Empress, hi. Over the garden walls thing gives me so much... Yeah, it's very like... How do I describe it? Also, it's good to see you. The over the garden wall theme is really nostalgic. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very nostalgic, very gentle. It gives you like feelings of childhood, I guess is the best way. Like a childhood vibe to it. Lots of nostalgia. Become a fellow gym bro. Not a gym. Am I a gym bro, hotties? Are we gym bros? I want to go fishing one last time before it gets too cold. And also I want to learn how to make my Nana's cheesecake. Ooh, that sounds delicious. That sounds nice, Steven. Does fishing get harder in autumn? I guess the fish start to... I thought the fish started fattening up in autumn. Am I wrong? Like the salmon get like bigger. The salmon get like roided out. Around this season, the salmon get roided out because I didn't know this, but salmon turn red and they grow like hunchbacks because they're preparing for the long travel back to where they respond. And so they get like way more muscle mass and they turn bright red. It's kind of freaky. The bears love salmon run season though. Hi Joltik, welcome in, hi. Yeah, pasta sounds really good. Watch through Dark Place again and beat Banjo-Tooie. Oh, is that the sequel to Banjo-Kazooie? That's kind of cool. Banjo-Tooie. What's a matcha cafe? So the kids these days aren't drinking coffee anymore. They're all drinking matcha and matcha lattes. And these cafes are popping up everywhere and matcha everything. Really? Huh. Interesting, because coffee... I don't know. Coffee green tea has the same... Well... has half of the amount of caffeine that coffee does, and then black tea has 3/4 of the amount that a cup of coffee does. But matcha is actually powdered green tea, so it's really, really concentrated. It's got a ton of caffeine in it. I wonder, does matcha have more caffeine than coffee? Does matcha have more caffeine than coffee? What do you guys think? What are your guesses? Oh, I have the stats here, unless that's wrong. I don't trust the AI. Okay, I have actual stats. I have actual stats now. All right, do you guys think matcha has more caffeine than coffee? Yes or no? Yeah, they get yoked by the thirst. Yeah, salmon look crazy during their mating season, Ta. They look really... They're like one of the animals that transforms crazy style. No? Don't Google it. Don't Google it. Okay, lots of no's. I see a couple yeses. No way. Yeah, sure, why not? All right, so matcha. Drumroll, please. Matcha contains, on average, a cup of matcha contains about 70 milligrams of caffeine. And in comparison, a cup of coffee contains 100 to 140. So matcha is like half. Even at a very concentrated amount, matcha is at half. That's remarkable. Yeah, I guess it depends on how much matcha. 500 milligrams of caffeine is the daily recommended max, by the way. Wow, really? I'm caffeine sensitive. Your night wolf is caffeine sensitive, so I drink 1 cup of tea before 12 p.m. or noon. And that's it. I'm not allowed to have any caffeine afterwards. I turn into a gremlin. Yeah, coffee's really powerful. It's true. Oh no, all my game show money is gone. Your game show money, Goomba? What happened to it? Better to mix both with a little cream. Ooh, matcha and coffee together with cream? Wonder if that's good. Look how much matcha you need to match a fraction of coffee's power. That's real. Hi, Taka! This reminds me I should probably go back to limiting the latest in the day I drink tea. Yeah, it's really helpful if you're struggling with like sleep hygiene, I guess is what they call it. Like good sleep habits. Then I would suggest, I was told by a doctor that like you shouldn't drink caffeine after noon if you're caffeine sensitive. Or I should try not to drink caffeine after noon. So that's what I've been doing. It's been helping a little bit. Yeah. Life of an IBS person that loves coffee. Oh no. Yeah, matcha has a lot of antioxidants. That is true. I don't know if antioxidant. I've heard antioxidants are good, but I don't know. There's I don't know. I heard they're good, but I hear a lot of things are good for you. I don't really trust like the superfood fads that come in like once every 10 years. There's always like, you know, in the 90s it was what? It was like sushi. I keep watching 90s sitcoms and they keep talking about sushi like it's some sort of cure-all, like eating raw food. And then there was like goji berries and like chia seeds. You know, there's always some kind of like superfood that people come in. I mean, don't get me wrong, food is good for you. There's lots of different types. Eating a variety of a diet is good for you. But I don't really like how they start shilling superfoods like it's the end all be all. Caffeine has a half-life in your blood. If you drink a bunch of caffeine in the afternoon, you would still have a decent amount by 12 a.m. Ah, I see, legend. Kale goes hard. I freaking... I don't really like kale. I've never had... It's not that I've never had good kale. I've had a good kale salad once. And I was told the secret was to massage it. Apparently the restaurant did a lot of kale massaging, but I don't know if I got that kind of time on my hands. Or that kind of kale. You know? Yeah, acai berries. That was one of them. Goji and acai berries. Matcha has antioxidants, but Brondo has electrolytes. What does that mean? Not the Brondo again. I will consume oxidants. Yeah, donuts, that's the way to do it. You gotta consume oxidants so that you can drink your antioxidants, and then it's like a constant tug of war between good and evil inside your body. An oxidant means that like you're putting oxygen in something, right? But doesn't like the act of breathing slowly combust the human body, and that's why you guys age? I'm pretty sure, right? Like that's a simplified version, but when you breathe oxygen, you've got like slow combustion going on in there. So wouldn't breathing be an oxidant? I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my butt. Everyone is technically a hottie, exactly. I should hire a kale masseuse. Just like a specific, like a little guy. Like a lady that just sits in the corner of my kitchen. Like a little garden gnome. Like a hobbit. One of the Dark Crystal actors to sit in my kitchen and massage the kale for me. I think of oxidation like rust. Ah. Breathing is an oxidant. Yeah, see? So isn't it like... So what you're saying is if I don't breathe, I live forever? No, Brass, that's not what I said. I'm just saying that breathing is technically an oxidant. Yeah, oxygen is toxic to living cells. Exactly, Fake. It is a really interesting chemical. It's the reason why when you're sick, you should open windows and stuff. Because the more oxygen you let in, like the faster the germs will die, theoretically. It's also why ventilation is so important for preventing spreadable diseases, you know? Because oxygen will kill stuff. We're actually quite lucky. I don't know. In the ocean, oxygen works differently. So germs have to adapt, but up here, germs have to struggle constantly against oxygen. It's like their #1 enemy. VTuber to fans, stop breathing. No, please do breathe. Breathing's gonna rust my insides? Yeah, Joltik, and there's nothing you can do about it. Isn't it great? More reasons boss hates the ocean. Hey, I love the ocean as long as I'm not swimming. You're finally home. Hi, Kieran. Hi. I'm glad you traveled safely. I don't hate the ocean. I just don't like going real deep in it, okay? There's a difference. Do you guys want to do a breathing exercise I learned in my singing class? You want to do a breathing exercise I learned? Okay. So, you're going to breathe in for 5 seconds, okay? Through your mouth or nose, it doesn't matter. Theoretically, you want to do in through your nose, out through your mouth. Okay, so we're going to breathe in for 5 seconds, and then we're going to hold it for 5 seconds, and then we're going to exhale for 10. Are you ready? And when you inhale, make sure that you're not breathing in from your throat, but from your belly. And what that means is you want to feel your belly expand when you breathe in. Does that make sense? So instead of breathing from your chest, you're going to do it from your belly. Okay? All right, here we go. Breathe in. I'm going to count you guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then let it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Doesn't that feel nice? I don't know, that feels really nice to me. I can go, so the idea in singing is you want to keep doing that exercise. And you want to keep extending the length of your exhale. So you want to progressively train yourself to exhale longer and longer and longer because you're training yourself to release air very, very slowly. Hyperventilating right now. Don't hyperventilate. I am centered. Yes, Goomba, you are censored. Censored? Centered. Censored. Jim, thank you so much for becoming a Moon Puncher for 5 months. My lungs were never the same after those Dwemer Ruin explorations. Indeed. Welcome in. Hi. That's why I took you out here into the rift to get some fresh air. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate that. As someone for chain smoked for 15 years, that is hard. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I can exhale for 35 seconds. I can exhale for 35. I'm going to work my way up. I want to try to work my way up to like 40. I'm seeing spots. Is it working? No, stop doing it, Hotties. Find your sensor. I didn't mean censor. You guys are making fun of my disability. My dyslexia. MDK, thank you for the 5. Let me get Streamlabs up because Streamlabs is still broken on OBS. Hold on. Let me consult my Dwemer phone and bring up Streamlabs. Ciottamente. Ciottamente. There we are. MDK, thank you for the 5. We do love the ocean, but even more so getting into blue, into blue, into blue. I see what you did there. That's a reference to one of my songs, Hotties, called Into Blue. I'm seeing the light. Firehill, stop! Stop breathing crazy. Go back to breathing normal. That's why I do that when I have a cramp on my side. Yeah, breathing really does help with cramps. Sometimes I get random ones in like my ribs. And if you raise your hands above your head and then breathe in, it tends to help a lot. At least for me. My dyslexia. I played trumpet and we cheated by breathing out through our mouth and in through our nose at the same time and called it double breathing. Oh, that's wild, Lamore. Wow. That's very cool. I'm jealous of the hotties who can play an instrument. I got shackled in my Wolf High School. No, Wolf Middle School. I got shackled with a bassoon. Because I was really tall for my age. I was 5'6" since I was 12, a young wolf. And the gym teacher took one look at me and he said, "You there. You can handle a bassoon." Spoiler alert, I could not handle a bassoon. But I didn't play it very well. Reed instruments are really hard for me. I don't have any black bars, sorry. That's okay, Kieran. I sucked at music. Yeah, music is really interesting. You gotta find what you like about it, you know? She's scamming us by trying us to get us to rust all our insides. Joltik, I would never scam you. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just trying to get you to breathe. Will it kill you faster? Maybe. But you gotta do it or else you die either way. From bassoon to bassoon to vi. Exactly. I miss playing the saxophone. Ooh, I always wanted to play the saxophone. I wanted a very delicate instrument like the flute or the saxophone. But I got shackled with the big bassoon boy. You fill your cheeks with air and let the air blow out while you breathe through your nose, and it's called inward breathing. Ah, interesting. Boss is tall, made for ball. Yeah, I'm 8 feet tall now. Didn't I tell you guys that, hotties? I'm 8 feet tall now. Bassoon moon. The bassoon meant no chair test. Only one bassoon player per band. Yeah, I think If you're a band teacher in middle school, you're probably on the hunt for people to take the bassoon because nobody wants it. Hi, Derek, and welcome in. Hi. I can play guitar, but I always want to learn piano. Wow, guitar's really cool. I always wanted to learn to play the lute. I think the lute is really interesting, but I mean, you have to learn how to play guitar. Once you learn how to play guitar, I've been told that you can play a lot of different stringed instruments, which is really neat. There's a really weird instrument I want to play. I don't know if you guys have heard it before. You're actually hearing it right now. It's called the hammered dulcimer. And I really, really, really want to learn how to play the hammered dulcimer. And if you don't know what it looks like, here, let me bring up a picture for you. You're hearing it right now, isn't it pretty? Oh man, yeah, this is a perfect image of a hammered dulcimer. Wow, no notes. All right, let me show you what a hammered dulcimer looks like. Jump scare, sorry. Hold on. Sorry about the white screen. So that's a hammered dulcimer. We even encountered a dulcimer player on our autumn walk, Hotties. Look at him. He's breaking it down crazy style. Ow. So it looks like it's like a koto kind of, but it's like a short European koto. And you use, instead of the like koto pluck, you use like these little hammers. Is that the bear's dulcimer? Yes, it is. Yeah, he's the one who's playing this in the background. Piano has a very endearing sound. Yeah, piano is beautiful. I've heard that piano, if you know how to play piano, you know a lot about music, which is really interesting. That's a good dad outfit right there. It is. Most of the people on YouTube who play hammered dulcimers are 100% either very crunchy hippies, and they play beautifully, or it's like very old dads in their garages. It's a fantastic blend, like old Bavarian dads, you know? Looks like a guzheng. I've heard about the guzheng. That's a Chinese instrument, right? Bards in Skyrim are going wild. Yeah, the problem with this instrument is, as you can see, it's like a little table. So there are legs below it, which means that it's kind of hard to port it around. It's not very portable, right? It's not like a guitar where you can carry it, or like a trumpet where you can carry it. It's 100% like a stationary, sitting on the stage, like drums, like a drum set. Even a drum you can carry around, you know, but hammered dulcimer is a bit more difficult. Yeah, it's a little cumbersome. It's related to a gukin. Ah! I don't think I pronounced it right. Gucci? I played piano as a kid, but I dropped it because I didn't want to practice. Now I regret that. You know, it's never too late, Joltik. It's genuinely never too late. I know a lot of people think that you gotta be like a piano whiz kid. I mean, it's too late for you to be a whiz kid. Let's get that out of the way. It's too late for you to be a piano prodigy. Sorry about that. But it's not too late to learn how to play the piano. I think exploring new hobbies is one of the joys of getting to be alive, you know? Being alive means you get to explore new things and try new things. You don't got to put any pressure on yourself about it. Just give it a shot if you want to, you know? Start small. Work your way up. Old Bavarian dad, like mine B-word Vife won't let me play this in his house. It's not what I meant, Mr. Uncle. My sister played piano for fun quite a long time ago. Ah, she was amazing at it? Yeah, some people are genuinely very gifted at music. That thing makes me think all string instruments are just pianos with different parts removed. You're not wrong. A lot of string instruments, like the concept of plucking a string can be applied to the piano, right? It can be applied to... Because if you look on the inside of a piano, it looks very similar to a hammered dulcimer. It's like a row of strings, but there's little hammers that fall down whenever you press a key. You press a key and the hammer goes doink on the certain string, and that's what produces the sound. So yeah, if you think about it, a hammered dulcimer is kind of like a little miniature piano, more or less. But you're just playing, instead of a bunch of keys hooked up, it's two little hammers. Unless we meant time travel lets you move your mind to your child body. That would be crazy, Asai. That'd be wild. Don't tell me it's too late to be a child genius. Not like this. Ah, yeah, the shakuhachi. Yeah, I like Japanese flutes a lot. What if they're talented on something they never discovered and unlocked? Well, that's why you gotta try new stuff all the time, hotties. That's why you gotta try new stuff all the time, because what if you're extremely gifted at this thing, but you don't know it because you've never tried it? See? You gotta try it. You gotta try a whole bunch of stuff. You gotta try baking. You gotta try guitar. You gotta try painting, watercolors. If you can ride a horse... If you can ride as a horse, if you can play as a piano. I mean, kind of, Jim. A lot of instruments. I mean, a guitar is just a piano, but like on the inside out, you know? A guitar is a piano that threw up, and now you got to use your fingers to clean the throat. Now you got to use your fingies, you know? Instead of little hammers. Yeah, felt-covered hammers. Is a piano a horse? I think the piano bench is a little bit too short to fall off and perish. So I think you're fine. Hi, Shrimp. What do you mean, huh? Think about it. A piano is a guitar. A guitar is a piano that froed up. And now it's inside out. I'm extremely gifted at taking naps. Hell yeah, Mango. I love that for you. I wish I could take naps. I wish I was more of a nap person. If I could travel back to my child mind, man, I've had so many expensive magic cards right now. Yeah. What would... Actually, that's a good... Excuse me. That's a good experiment. If you guys could travel back to your child self, like let's say like 7 years old, what would you do? Like what would you do to prepare for adulthood? Would there be things you could do to prepare for adulthood better? And you can't let the adults know that you're, because like, remember, if you transport yourself back to your 7-year-old body and you start talking about, I don't know, like math and like stuff, if you start doing crazy stuff, like crazy intelligent stuff, they're gonna put you away as a gifted kid, okay? So remember, you gotta blend in. You gotta pretend you're just a normal kid. Invest in stocks. Ah, that's a good one, Hammer. I'd force them to invest in Bitcoin, not the Bitcoin. Thank you for the stretch level. Thank you for the hydrate. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Pat my back. Hi. Don't spend the Bitcoin on pizza. Wait, did you spend the Bitcoin on pizza, Alex? Oh, man. Hi, Velgroth. I would steal hit songs from the future. Like what? Like Ariana Grande or like what? Like Lady Gaga? What kind of songs are we talking? Not to go to college, save... Ah, yeah, art. That's a good one. Buy lotto tickets if I know the winning numbers. Come on. Play more niche games to flex on the future. I would tell him the train he's riding will one day be his as a conductor. Oh, that's cute, Pawadin. That's really nice. Hi, Balto. Take interest and learn skills like programming. Programming would be fun to learn early on. I think if I could go back to young Vylett, I would tell her to stick with piano. Don't play the bassoon. Refuse to play the bassoon when it comes up. Play the flute like you want to. And maybe get into dance. I think dancing... Dancing, I think, would be nice and fun to learn earlier on. I would eat more cheap fast food. Yeah, real. Because now you can't do it anymore now that you're grown up. I tell myself to become a child prodigy of Theramin. Do you guys know what a Theramin looks like? Here, let me show you. Theramin. That's another weird instrument. So a Theramin is like a wow, 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 wow. Oh yeah, let me show you this woman playing the Theramin, because this is a very good... This is a very good image. I'm saving a whole bunch of Theramin-related images. Lucky you. Okay. So let me show you Theramins. Oh, that's the bear. Can't replace the bear, silly me. So Theramins are like this really bizarre... Oops, getting flashbanged again, hotties. Really bizarre electronic instrument. I'm not really sure how they work. The Baramin. Hurdy-gurdy is the best instrument. Yeah, hurdy-gurdy's a really cool one too. Let's see. Let me show you. So this is like an old school theremin. Uh-oh, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Whoa, holy moly. Why is it so big? Okay, I'm deleting that. So this is what it looks like when it's played. Here we go. Isn't that interesting? This is an old, very old one. You can see like it has the same two antenna components, but the cabinet part is a little bigger in this old version. Yeah, it's really good for sci-fi. It sounds very sci-fi-y. Exactly. Hi, Elvis. Welcome in. The thing with electricity, it's both. So it uses electricity, and you gotta like touch it, I think. It's an instrument that only exists on YouTube and in 1970s prog rock bands? Really? Huh. I wish I could tell people that it's the instrument used for the Doctor Who theme song, but that was the old Doctor Who theme song, and kids today don't know anything about the real Doctor Who. I tried to watch an episode of old Doctor Who, and I fell asleep. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Even new Doctor Who, every time I watch new Doctor Who, I just conk out. I pass out, man. I don't know what it is. Doctor Who just puts me to sleep. You know, great insomniac tool. Okay, anyway, here's a modern theremin. Sorry for the man jump scare. I'll make him really small so you don't get intimidated. But he's playing the theremin, the modern theremin, which is a little bit more svelte. And I noticed that the wires, there's only a couple wires in the back, which is really interesting. It works through magnetic fields. Ah, naruhodo. You wave your hands around in the magnetic field that the circuit creates. Ooh, so it is very sci-fi. Huh. Fiddling with the field thingy-ma-do and making sounds. Yeah, so it creates the two little antennas there, I imagine, create some sort of magnetic fields. And then you wave your hands around and it goes wah, 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 which is interesting. But back when sci-fi was like booming, like in the 70s and 80s, after the 60s space race and all that, this was heralded as like the instrument of the future. You know, everyone will be playing one of these in the future. Little did they know. Little did they know we have computers to make noises for us now. The vibrato it makes. Yeah, it does make a really cool vibrato. Music magic. Solid state electronics probably helped make it so small. Oh, interesting. I know very little about electronics. I'm not gonna lie. I know that Nikola Tesla really loved pigeons. And he lived in a hotel room for a long time. And the balcony hotel room where he stayed got covered in pigeon crap. So I remember that. That's what I know about electronics. It's like funky little anecdotes about Nikola Tesla. He also ate, I think he had a very strict regimen of like apples. He only ate apples and I want to say like plain rice or something. He was very strict with his diet. Very fastidious as a scientist. Anyway, that's the theremin. Everyone will be playing it in the year 2000. Miku is the instrument of the future all along. Yeah, Miku is the theremin if you think about it. Sounds like witchcraft to me. It was pretty much. Yeah, it's really interesting how technology and music are intertwined. I think it's because music is such a mathematical thing, if you really think about it. The moment that humans started breaking music down, I mean, even before like complex mathematics were developed, I feel like there was mathematical musical theory, right? Like in like Mozart and like not Picasso, sorry, Mozart and like all the great piano players. Like there is a mathematical theory to music, independent of like the ability to do crazy calculations and stuff like that. Theramin handcam stream when? Should I get a theremin? That'd be interesting. Hi, Dean. Welcome in. Welcome to our autumn walk. It's good to see you. You create magical symbols and run energy through them to cause impossible things to happen. Yeah, that's a computer fake. He would squeeze all of his toes exactly 10 times before going to sleep every night. Really? That's wild. One apple a day keeps the Tesla close. That's insane. Yeah, I know he ate apples. That's all I know. I wonder what the history of making some of these instruments is. Yeah. Yeah. What math was used when we added cannons to a song? Oh yeah, there is a song that has cannons in it. I forget what it's called. Is it the Bride of the Valkyries? I don't think so. But there's like an old orchestral song that was arranged by one of the greats. And he included cannons in it. I think it was for an opera, right? 1812 Overture? Yeah, wasn't that created for an opera? It was probably Tchaikovsky, yeah. It was definitely, now that I think about it, it had to be Tchaikovsky, man. Yeah, it's definitely Tchaikovsky. That's interesting. EDM is almost entirely math-based. Yeah, spaghetti, yeah. Yeah, you could write a track as a math problem. 1812 Overture by Tchaikovsky. Yeah, so everybody knew it was Tchaikovsky. That's so funny. When the drums aren't loud enough. I want cannons! What does Tchaikovsky look like? I'm actually very curious. Did he have crazy hair like a lot of the composers did back then? Oh no, he had like kind of normal hair. He had kind of normal hair. Oh, this is a really good portrait of him, actually. Let me make sure it's not... Better not be you know what. Okay, no, it's a portrait. This is what Tchaikovsky looked like. I'm not getting a young Tchaikovsky picture. So it's gotta be... Sorry about the man jump scare again. Look at tiny Tchaikovsky in the corner. Hello! I love cannons. I love cannons in my work. Anyway, this is him. It's a pretty good portrait. There's also photographs of him. So I guess he was born right around the time... And what the hell is an AF? No, I don't want that. He was born around the time photographs were being created. Hold on. So there's a photograph of him as well. It's very true to form. Interesting. Yeah, the one instrument all hotties can play, the cannon. Is Tchaikovsky the new Sting? They look similar. No, Tchaikovsky is not my dad, okay? You know what this music needs? Some cannons. Yeah. He's not my dad. Sting is my dad. Tchaikovsky, yeah, he's a very intense look. He's Russian, right? I'm pretty sure Tchaikovsky is Russian. And if I remember correctly, they really loved operas. Russians really loved operas. Oh, he did Swan Lake. Did you guys know? Tchaikovsky was in Dune, actually. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. No, he's not my grandpa. No, he's not. It's not my grandpa. Tchaikovsky walked so Sting could run. You guys just making up fanfic in your head now. Yeah, like a huge bang right here would be extremely tasteful. I do like it when musicians add like weird sound effects to music. I don't know if it sounds good a lot of the times, but I do appreciate like the texture they're trying to create, you know? Modern Tchaikovsky makes EDM with a machine. No, he doesn't. He's dead, guys. He died. He did a lot of ballet. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Swan Lake, yeah. Swan Lake is a ballet. I like Tchaikovsky's feature on the Drakengard soundtrack. Are you messing with me, Dropped? Is he actually featured on Drakengard? He died? Yes. Hotties, if you see a black and white photo of someone, it's hey, I've got bad news for you. If you see a black and white photo of someone, it's very, very possible that they are no longer with us. Hotties. I know. It's tough. It's a tough bean to swallow there. Thank you for the pat, Simile. Welcome in. Hi. I loved his album 1 Hour of Silence Broken by a Cannon Fire. Honestly, that'd be kind of a banger. I should become the first VTuber that uses cannons in her song. A black and white filter. No, it doesn't kill people. Hi, Lee. Welcome in. My mom has black and white photos. Yeah, but if they're the only photos that you have of yourself, then you're probably dead. Let's use our logic brains, hotties. What about those raw XD black and white filter pictures? Those people are... I hate to break it to you, but those people were ancient musicians and they're all gone now. Yeah, you're done for, Milforge. You got a black and white photo? It's ogre, guys. It's ogre. The camera steals my soul only if it's black and white, Corin. Welcome in. It's like a Death Note, but with an old camera. Halo 3 is 18 years old? No way. The AMV you can be shooting... Yeah, the AMV is going to be me shooting hotties out of cannons. That would be awesome, Kano. I would love that. Taking black and white photos of people to kill sounds like an anime movie plot. Yeah, like ghost photography. Hi, Onyx. Welcome in. Hello. How you doing? When Nexus was launched, the first web browser, each time that a download happened, a cannon would sound? Oh, they chose a cannon sound effect? That's funny. I think I told you guys this before, but the internet's first big forum, like the idea of forums, not a lot of people know what forums are anymore. Thank God. But the internet's first large forum was actually the Beanie Baby forum. And not a lot of people know that, but the Beanie Baby forum was extremely popular in the 90s because Beanie Baby collectors were like selling and buying from each other using the forum. And so it kind of evolved so that people could talk about, like they started making sub-forums, you know, to talk about food or like kids or stuff like that. So the Beanie Baby forum eventually expanded to become a generalized board that people would visit as their regular forum. Hi, Raiders, welcome in. Hi. Ruff and Tuff. My name is Vylett Moonheart, and I am your wolf knight of the eternal dusk, here to take you on a nice little walk today. We're going for walkies. Yippee! We're going for walkies in the Skyrim area called the Rift, which is a beautiful autumn zone. Welcome in. If you guys need a raid and run, I totally understand. It's good to see you. Nice to have you. What'd you get up to? I've heard legends of this. Yes, Krasy, legends of the Beanie Baby forum. Hi, Flamdring, welcome in. It's good to see you. Hi, Chewy, hi. Forum is an ancient Greek area where the old philosophers argued. Yeah, but in the modern context legend, it's like on the internet. That's really cool, though. I didn't know that's where they argued. We're talking about the Beanie Baby forums, everyone. Did you know that the Beanie Baby forums were like the first, internet's very first forum board? And if you don't know what a forum is, I don't think you should be here. Just kidding. Just kidding. I accept Zoomers of all flavors. Including myself. Hi, Chewy. Hi, welcome in. But yeah, so the Beanie Baby forums were a thing. And they kind of started spiraling out of hand. And like the need for moderation became really, really pertinent very quickly. So there was like a lot of mods on the Beanie Baby forums. And like the Beanie Baby company was forced to moderate it, which like they hadn't really signed up for because they didn't know it would be that popular. So they were in a bit of a pickle. What's a Beanie Baby? Let's see if I can find what a Beanie Baby is. I don't know if you're serious or not, but Beanie Babies were like an old 90s toy. And they were, a lot of people were convinced that they were like magic cards or Pokemon cards. They were going to have great value later on. The one that I knew was like this little guy. This little guy. They probably sell for a lot nowadays, but back in the day, hold on. You gotta get Tchaikovsky. Tchaikovsky's gonna get replaced with a Beanie Baby. Ugh. Slow creep of modernity. Tchaikovsky transformed into a Beanie Baby. Anyway, yeah, Beanie Babies were like these little plushies. They were considered collector's items at the time. And people were convinced they would be like thousands of dollars eventually. Yeah, like the tulip market crash. Yeah, my favorite was the shark. Yeah, Francis, that was a cute one. Basically animal plushies. Yeah, basically. But they were filled with beans instead. And they all had that little tag you see, had like their names and stuff. He got turned into a Beanie Baby. Yeah, evolution always makes Beanie Babies. It's true. The carcinization of Beanie Babies. Do you guys know about that? Evolution apparently continues to create crabs and is slowly making new crabs. Nature loves crabs. So it's called carcinization. After cancer, which is the Latin term for crab. I think. Yeah, it's like old Labubu's if they were cute. Exactly, Plenum. The predecessor to Squishmallows. Precisely, Empress. Crabs are cool. It is true. Crabs are really defensively powerful. And offensively powerful. Hi, Sonicon. Welcome in. Hi, Freaktos. I take it that didn't work out another few dollars. Yeah. The crash was pretty quick. But for a while there was a lot of, like, I would say, like, moms who were trying to hoard the Beanie Babies. They got really into trading and hoarding Beanie Babies. I would say it's kind of like the middle-aged housewife version of Labubu in the 90s, if you think about it like that. Well, not even Labubu. I would say a better comparison is those Stanley Cups. You know how crazy everybody goes for those Stanley Cups? Imagine that, but Beanie Babies. Just like moms fighting over each other to buy the newest, you know, and hoard them. Very interesting. Yeah, dads are buying silver, moms are buying Beanie Babies. Very true. I only had one Beanie Baby. It was a rat. That tracks greed. That's kind of nice though, to just have one Beanie Baby. The Beanie Baby shadow economy. Decarcinization is a thing. Really fun, interesting. Hi, Fear. Did they ever get more valuable? No. As far as I know, no. They didn't really take off. Right around the time, I would say like the early 2000s, Beanie Babies were pretty much dead in the water, unfortunately. I don't think the company was like as savvy as someone like Magic the Gathering. They couldn't capitalize on the artificial scarcity. They made a lot of money, but they couldn't capitalize long term on the artificial scarcity of limited edition Beanie Babies, you know? So, I don't know. It's interesting. There was no... I think trading cards and Beanie Babies do have things in common. I think like Magic the Gathering and Beanie Babies have something in common. I think the reason why Magic is so enduring is because it's got a game behind it, right? Like it's got... There's like a social aspect behind it that's not just buying and selling cards. Which is why... I don't know. That's my philosophy about buying cards. I only buy cards I'm going to use. I don't really buy trading cards just to collect trading cards, you know? I think like a card is only as fun and interesting as the game behind it, and only if you play the game, right? I feel like there's a value to being able to use the card in a game that feels more fulfilling to me rather than just like collecting, you know, various packs and stuff like that. Does that make sense? I don't know. I just don't like collecting for the sake of collecting. Everything I collect has to have a use. They had books that were like, this Beanie Baby will be worth $6,000 in the year 2015. Absolute hogwash. Yeah, it was like the stock market for mums. The only ones worth money are the ones with errors or flaws. Oh, really? Huh. That's why I never got into Pokemon? Yeah, the game is very different. I tried to get those McDonald's Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Really, Lee? The McDonald's one? Oh, I vaguely remember those. Y2K destroyed the Beanie Baby. Yeah, the Beanie Baby market got sunk. Your thoughts on... Yeah, my Pokemon cards... So I understand Pokemon cards from like a sentimental like standpoint, right? Like there are some people who genuinely just really love Charizard. And they spend thousands of dollars collecting every single Charizard card they can get their hands on, right? I understand that from a sentimental point of value because Pokemon has been around long enough that children grew up with it and are now full-grown adults with disposable incomes, right? I understand, like, collecting all of the EVs or collecting, you know, all of the dark types or all of the bug types or all of the fire types, right? Like, I can understand collecting for the sentimentality of it. I understand that. I think Pokemon is a bit different because it's so entrenched, you know? It's so entrenched in everyday anime culture. You can't get into anime without at least stumbling a little bit onto Pokemon. So yeah, I don't know. Pokemon's a special beast. Boss explaining how the stock market works. Yeah, let's take a little autumn walkies and we'll talk about the stock market. You remember the gold Pokemon cards? No, I don't remember those at all, Diane. Now we collect VTuber merch and make a shrine. That's so real. That's so real. Reproductions of some comics for display? Yeah, I bet like first run comics are really expensive too, huh? Like first edition cards first edition books are expensive. I remember seeing a first edition Arthur Conan Doyle, who's the author of Sherlock Holmes. It was a first edition Sherlock Holmes in a bookstore. You don't want to know how much money it was. It was insane. It was so much money. So like collectors have always been around ever since books became a thing, ever since, you know, vases became a thing, ever since ceramics or, you know, humans have always liked to collect. But they do it for, I don't know, there's different reasons, you know. Sometimes you're a collector who just wants to look at things and never use them. Sometimes you're a collector that does want to use them. There's this whole market I didn't even know about for like vintage makeup. Again, we're talking about historical YouTubers. There's a vintage makeup girl I watch sometimes. And there's like a whole market for old discontinued makeup in its like original packing and stuff. But sometimes she gets like old lipsticks, like very famous, like Marilyn Monroe's lipstick, right? But when she uncorks it, it's got like marks all over it and it's like all smashed and stuff. But people still pay a good amount for even like the ruined makeup of people like Marilyn Monroe, you know? I like the shiny cards. Ooh, yeah, the holographics are really pretty. Pokemon really, really hit it out of the park doing holographics. Do they have holographics in baseball cards? Or did Pokemon pioneer that? I want to say no. All my VTuber merch will be worth millions in 2060. Yeah, let's frolic in the leaves and discuss investment diversification. Precisely. Prehistoric collectors. Y'all won't believe my insane stick collection. Yeah. They're still in market for Pogs? What are Pogs? What's that? Oh, a vinyl collection. That's lovely, biggest. I really like vinyls. I don't collect them, but they're really beautiful to look at. Hell yeah, I got a shiny Mega Babe Ruth. Yeah, even if it's damaged, the lipstick is a historical artifact, yeah. Yeah, also lead-based makeup. There is like, there's like old makeup, stage makeups people collect that have lead in them. They don't use them, obviously, but they collect them. You don't know Pogs? No. Like Poggers? What are Pogs? Explain to me. The earliest shiny cards I remember were the silver shiny cards from the 90s Marvel collectible card sets. Ah, interesting. I've got some super exclusive Blue Moon Wolf merch coming in. That dockie's going to be worth millions. Hi, Wander. Welcome in. I am a wolf. Hello. My name is Vylett. The Mossy Moon dockie's going to the moon in 2040. Yeah, calling it now. Yeah, your keychain's going to be worth so much. I'm so excited to get my keychain. If you guys bought a keychain, we're going to be matching because I'm going to put mine on. I'll put my Bossy Moon keychain in a time capsule for 1,000 years. It'll be worth millions. Pogs are like flat discs. Oh. Okay. Hi, Detective. Welcome in. Hi, it's good to see you again. My dad got me Pogs when I was 5, and I was supposedly very confused. You're like, what's this weird disc, Dad? Thank you for the pats. Hi, Paladin. Hi, welcome in. I feel old now? Wait, Wait, I don't... Listen, I didn't make you feel old because... You know what? That's right. You are old. Decrepit. If you know what Pogs are, you should be in a retirement home. If you know what Pogs are, you're entitled to a pension. You're entitled to Social Security. If you know what Pogs are, get out of here. Go claim your Social Security and retire, all right? Get out of here. Yeah, look for hotties in the wild with the bossy keychain. Pogs are plastic. Oh, you put different pictures on them and you use them to play a game. What's the game? Entitled to a 401k. Soon enough. Man, I wish, yeah. My government thinks things otherwise. I gotta work somewhere. It's all right, Flamdring. Your anime girl is telling you that you can retire now. You don't need to listen to your government. That's a joke. Everything I'm saying is a joke. No, come back, Flatus. I was joking. The game is called Pogs. You and your foe stack a certain number of Pogs each and use one Pog each to try to flip as much of the stack as possible. Oh, interesting. So you're like, it's like dominoes, but like up. It's like Jenga, but you're trying to Jenga each other's Pog tower. My biggest mistake is not working for a pension before I was born. Yeah, my biggest mistake was not number crunching Bitcoin in the womb. It's very hard to describe the game. Okay, I'll do some Googling then, Spaghetti. Grabbing my big metal slammer and Pogs with holographic dinosaur eyes. That sounds kind of cool. Hi, Iron. Welcome in. How are you? I'm not a baby. I'm 8 feet tall. Granny gave me the okay. I could finally retire. I'm not a granny. Doofuses. I don't have any kids. Or let alone grandkids. I've got a lot of nieces and nephews, and that's all I need. My favorite Pog adjacent thing in the 90s was the Discourse game. You popped out little units, and it was like a miniature Warhammer game and moving them around. Oh, that sounds cool. I really liked, hey guys, is Polly Pocket Warhammer? Hey guys. Is Polly Pocket Warhammer? Hold on. I remember Polly Pockets. They were like very tiny Warhammers, yes? How many points is she worth? I don't know. I have 10 daughters too, counting Mochi. Yeah, that's true. I've got a lot of daughters. VTuber daughters. Knocking on the Social Security office to demand my retirement benefits now because an anime wolf said I could have them. Yeah, I should have invested in real estate back in the Bronze Age. That's what I'm saying, Jim. The moment you hit living, you got to be investing, man. The moment you come out that womb covered in placenta juice, you got to be hitting the ground running with that entrepreneurship bag. You got to be chasing those Instagram likes. You got to be setting up your Shopify store. You know? Polly Pocket is canonically the Emperor's grandma. Oh, really? Hi, kids. You know, it's an alternate universe where Chaos One and everything is turned into a Polly Pocket. Yeah, like a little. The cool part about Polly Pockets is there was like a clamshell that came with it. There's like a little clamshell, I remember. And when you open the clamshell, it was like a tiny little diorama that you could put the Polly Pockets in, like a house and like a beach on the bottom and then a house on the top. So it was almost like opening like a makeup compact that your mom had, but it was like for Polly Pockets. It was really cool. Is getting old really that bad? Not at all, Alvis. It's all in good fun. We're just joking. I have 3 daughters. Do I? Oh, that's true. I do. Invest in wood. Never know when you'll need that piece of 2x4. Yeah, what if the zombie apocalypse starts, Hotties? You're going to need a lot of 2x4s. The boys' version was Mighty Max. Oh. Yeah, I love this universe the Hotties are making. Hi, Honest. Welcome in. How are you? It's good to see you. I remember my sister having Polly Pocket stuff, and I always thought the clamshell diorama was a cool idea. Yeah, honestly, I would really like to see a Warhammer version of Polly Pocket clamshell. I know how talented the Warhammer community are, and I'm sure somebody's out there. Somebody definitely out there could make a Polly Pocket version of Warhammer with like a clamshell that opens and closes, you know, and like a diorama of, I don't know, like a ship or something. I think that would be really neat. I have stacks and stacks of rocks just in case the economy becomes rock-based. Yeah, the moment the economy becomes rock-based, Hotties, I'm going down to my nearest train track, and I'm gathering up all of those rocks we talked about yesterday. I'm carrying home buckets of that good stuff. Warhammer lore vids are great to listen to while working. Yeah, I like how podcasty Warhammer lore videos tend to be. They're like hours and hours. I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse, 1K hour on Zomboids. Oh, Zomboids is so fun, honest. I like Zomboid a lot. Yeah, I've never gotten very far in it, though. I do like it. Hi, Vermilion. Hello. Yeah, what a beautiful day. We're celebrating the beauty of autumn together by taking little walkies. Welcome in. Hi. We're in Skyrim's The Rift, which is a section of Skyrim that's all beautiful autumn trees and stuff. I need a Fallout themed poly posta pocket. It took me a minute to pronounce that, Lamora. Have fun. Gotta go. Bye, Shrimp. Sleep well. Thank you for hanging out with us. Be safe, okay? Make sure you eat a good dinner. Yeah, the Rift is such a nice aesthetic. Hi, Kishi. How you doing? Happy Thursday. No, those are important. I remember... Did I ever tell you guys about Vylett's sister? Vylett younger sister? So she, when she was very young, long story short, her breath started smelling really bad. So my mom took her to the doctor, to the wolf doctor. And the wolf doctor said that they didn't know what it was. And so she started getting like crazy rashes and stuff. Anyway, long story short, the doctors couldn't figure out what was going on with her. But she had stuck a piece of like a plastic flower up her nose. And that was like in there just sort of slowly having an allergic reaction. Basically, she was having septic shock or something like that because she stuffed something up her nose. Anyway, so I remember Vylett mom was like, all right, hey, you don't get any more Polly Pockets, because after the surgery, they're like, you don't get any more Polly Pockets because you could stuff that up your nose too. So my sister was always really sad because I got to play with Polly Pockets, but she never did. Yeah, you know, like the plastic end of a flower, how it's like that little plastic bit, fake flowers. She stuffed that up her nose, and then she was always like, I'm sad I can't Polly Pocket. I'm like, well, you shouldn't have stuffed it up your nose. She could only play with things that she couldn't stuff up her nose. But we got her, do you guys remember those spinning ballerina, I don't know, they're like fairy toys? Where you like pull the string and then it spins and it goes, wee! We got her one of those and she was happy. She forgot all about Polly Pocket. I've gathered a plethora of personal skills to use in the useful event of the apocalypse. Ah. I misheard breath as never mind. What? Kana, what did I say? Hi, Tam, and welcome in. Fallout has predicted our future. Do you think so? How you doing? Yeah, the one that flew into the fire. Yeah, that thing. We got her one of those and she was really happy with it. My sister stuffed a plushie's button up her nose? That's wild. Yeah, the fairy flyers. I forgot what they're called. Are they just called fairy flyers? They had a boy one that was a dragonfly. Oh, really? That's cool, Meteor. That's neat. I always thought of those fairy flyers as like Beyblades, but like worse. I did really like Beyblades. I never had one as a kid, but I really liked how they looked, and I was really jealous of everybody that got to like spin Beyblades on the... There was a lot of people in my wolf school who would do it on like the waxed basketball floor in the gymnasium. They would do a lot of Beyblade on those. Girls' last tour predicted our future. I don't know what that is, Elvis. Am I some kind of warrior or what? Yeah, I'm a knight. Got a cool axe back there, don't I? Yeah. I'm the wolf knight of the eternal dusk. I am a knight of Azura, which if you know Elder Scrolls lore, Azura is the goddess of the doorway. She's the goddess of the dusk and the dawn. And so I am the wolf knight of the eternal dusk. Always chasing the black moon. That's my lore. Stuck in an eternal sunset. Yeah, the gym janitors hated the Beyblades, it's true. Hi, Minion! It's good to see you again. I had one of those dragonflies for all of a day before my dog ate it. Not the dog eating your dragonfly. What the frick, man? Why do they always gotta do that? Like the pups in Norse? What do you mean, Kishi? The pups in Norse? Used to Beyblade on swept up ice sheets in my school. Oh, that sounds fun, Hornet. Crazy Bones? What is Crazy Bones? Hi, Leggett, welcome in. Salve, how are you? It's good to see you. We're taking a walk in Riften. Taking a nice walk in the Rift. You won't get mugged, Hottie, as long as you stay by my side, alright? This big axe hellebore isn't just for show. Beyblades were after my time. It was Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, interesting. Huh. Pokemon and Bakugan. I've never heard of Bakugan. I've heard of Pokemon, though. Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! I've definitely heard of that. Is the rift engulfed in forest fires? No, it's just late autumn. It's just late autumn. I like it. I wanted to make it pretty and shiny for you guys. It's the golden hour. It's not a fire. Okay? the golden hour and it's beautiful. It's good to see you. Crazy Bones is little plastic figurines you throw. The Rift is beautiful when you're not getting jumped by the locals or the guards. Yeah, or like the Blackbriar family, you know? I was the type to be doing Pokemon tournaments with those link cables in summer camp. Oh, interesting, Chunky. Skull and Hottie eternally pursue the sun and the moon. Oh, I didn't know that, Kishi. That's cool. Huh. Yeah, I know so little about the Poetic Edda. I know that Fenrir gets... they have to get a special fetter for Fenrir, but that's about it. And I know that Fenrir is going to eat everything. Fenrir is going to eat Odin and then the world ends or something. And they're going to tie him down with a fetter. Or they did tie him down with a fetter. And he's going to break free one day or something like that. The wolf is the bad guy in the Poetic Edda. Well, maybe not the bad guy, but the wolf is the harbinger of the end of the world. Bakugan. I don't know what Bakugan is. B-Daman? What's B-Daman, B-Tex? What's that? There's so many enemies I don't know. Is that an anime or what? Little figures were rolled into balls. You roll them onto magnets and the figures would pop out. Oh, interesting. Huh. Kind of like, I'm imagining like a gacha capsule that like, kind of like gacha capsule size. Jormungandr versus Thor is the real peak. 9 steps takes the sons of Odin. Whoa, what does that mean, Charlie? That's awesome sounding. Hi. Oh, Fenrir eats the sun? Oh, wow. Last Girls, Last Tour is basically a dystopian anime. Oh, interesting. I'm not a big fan of dystopian. I like Fallout a lot, but other than that, dystopian tends to be kind of sad. I like my sad animes to be like fantastical. My favorite sad animes are like Madoka Magica. I really like Madoka Magica. That's very sad. Hi, Steph. Welcome in. I also like Angel Beats. Angel Beats is one of my favorites. It's a very sad anime. Hi, dog. Welcome. How have you been? It's good to see you again. It was more of a comedy. Oh, was it? B-Daman was an animated series that had these little robots that shoot marbles. Oh, the robots shoot marbles. Hi, Lothric. English only in the chat. Thank you. Welcome in. Yeah, Fallout has a sense of humor. That's true. Yeah, Loki is... Have we talked about how freaky Loki is? The Norse god Loki. He's a very freaky guy. He turned in... Listen. I'm not going to say it. You guys go Google it. Let's just say that there's an 8-legged horse out there somewhere because of Loki. Have I ever watched 86? No, I haven't. Thor is fated to die after being bitten by Jormungandr and taking 9 steps. Ooh, that's kind of... Whoa, that's kind of Kill Bill-ish. That's kind of like the end of Kill... Wow. Guys, the Poetic Edda is kind of like Kill Bill. I'm just kidding. Zoids? Oh, I remember Zoids. I do remember Zoids. Zoids was really interesting. The animal robots are so cool. Yeah, don't let Loki near your farm, ever. Yeah, Loki was the mom. I mean, shout out to Loki for going through the pain of childbirth, you know? Shout out to Loki for deciding to go through the pain of childbirth and experience that. The thing I really like about Greek mythology and Norse mythology is that a lot of times the gods, they're not strictly, sometimes they'll turn into ladies and sometimes they'll turn into men, right? It's a really interesting concept that like the ability to supernaturally swap like that belongs to the gods. You know what I mean? Like it is a really interesting, like it makes them seem almost alien. Like it's a good way, it's a good world building bit to make the Greek gods and the Norse gods seem like uber powerful and above us. Like they're above mortal constructs, right? Like mortal constructs like that. They can just shapeshift whenever they want. I think that's a really cool aspect of the gods. Of the Greek and Norse gods specifically. Crazy, thank you for the 5. Yeah, mythology is wild, it's true. Yeah, like Daedric lords, yeah. They're above lower life. Like they're above like the constraints of like, they don't need to eat, right? They don't need to eat, but they'll have ambrosia. you know? Like, they don't need to necessarily be a guy or a girl, but they'll like, you know, they'll switch it up sometimes if they want. It's a very good way to convey how powerful something is, the more it defies, like, the nature, you know? I don't know. It's really cool. Egyptian gods are the freakiest? Oh yeah, they're pretty wild. Some species of snakes are actually... Oh, really? Yeah, I know that frogs, like clownfish, can determine their, you know, what they want to be, and so can frogs sometimes, I think, right? They don't need to do segs unless they're a Zeus, then he has to. Yeah, Zeus is the only one. Zeus is like the only one who has to do segs all the time for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why he was the one. But the interesting thing about the Greek gods is they're kind of stand-ins for like the type of humans that you encounter in the day-to-day, in your day-to-day. Like Hera's the really jealous wife, and Zeus is like the playboy who gets into trouble all the time. They have very human characteristics. These are people you meet in your everyday life, you know. Athena's like the really smart one. You know, Dionysus is kind of the party guy. It's really interesting. I like the Greek gods for that reason, is because they feel a lot more human. Just for the love of the game. Yeah, exactly. Not for necessity. OP as hell. Yeah, they're very human gods. It's a good way to put it. Playboy is a nice term for Zeus. Well, I'm trying to be YouTube friendly here. If I said my real feelings about Zeus, YouTube would not like it. The Greek pantheon's a sitcom. Exactly, Eli. Welcome in. Hi. I think that's what a lot of people don't... Not a lot of people, but I feel like a lot of people miss that step in Greek mythology. Greek mythology is a sitcom. It's a drama. It's meant to entertain. It was worship, both worship and entertainment for the Greek people. Like, it wasn't just... These are not gods that sit high on their pedestal and do nothing, right? These are gods that... you know, walk among us. These are gods that fall prey to our own weaknesses, you know, like jealousy and the desire to drink wine, you know, like they were made to be reality TV stars, which is really interesting. I don't know. It's very cool. My theory is Zeus is fathering children left and right with different women because a lot of families wanted to claim descent from him. Oh, interesting, like it, huh? What about the Japanese gods? I'm not too familiar with them, Kobo. Also, hi. I know about Amaterasu Omikami. I know about, there's another guy, I forget, Tsukiyomi, who's the moon god. Amaterasu no Omikami, which is the sun goddess. I know very little about traditional Japanese gods, but they do seem really cool. Oh, there's like thunder gods too. I think there's like a thunder god. There's like an ocean god. Worship-tainment, like edutainment, but better. Yeah, exactly, Crab. Yeah, they did a good job at combining the two of them, I think. Also, welcome. Hi. Hi, Gao. It's finally autism. Hi, Violet. Hi. Welcome into our autumn yapping walk session. It's good to have you. Mesopotamia lore. Ooh, that's a good one, Mailforged. Mesopotamia lore is very interesting. Like Ishtar, right? Ishtar. I'm not too familiar with anyone outside of Ishtar or Mesopotamian lore. Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu, and Susanoo. Ah, Susanoo. They were born from their father's tears and snot, respectively. Oh, wait, which one is the booger one? Is it Susanoo? Zeus is right behind me, isn't he? Gilgamesh? Ah, Gilgamesh is not part of the mythology. He is a story. Gilgamesh, the Epic of Gilgamesh, is one of the first stories. It's not the first novel, but the Epic of Gilgamesh is like the earliest and the most cohesive story that we have from the Fertile Crescent, I believe. Gilgamesh is a main character. But he is not a god. He is very powerful, but he is immortal at the end of the day. Yeah, Gilgamesh and Enkidu. Think of Gilgamesh like Hercules. Gilgamesh is very, very similar to the mythos of Hercules, where it's a guy that goes around and has adventures, and he's very strong, basically. Does that make sense? Susanoo. It's Zeus is fated to be overthrown by one of his sons, like he overthrew his own father Kronos. Oh. He wanted to be a god. Ninkasi is the Mesopotamian goddess of beer. Oh, shout out to Ninkasi. Does Gilgamesh have infinite sword? That's only in Final Fantasy, Detective. You're thinking of the Gilgamesh in Final Fantasy. Ain't that guy from Fate? Guys, I don't know anything about the Fate Stay series, but every time we talk about historical or mythological figures, you guys bring it up. I'm starting to get concerned. I only know about them from FGO. What does that mean? Hi, Lorgar, welcome in. Gilgamesh is famous for being at the wrong place. Yes, he's very much in the wrong place at the wrong time. I would say that Gilgamesh, Hercules, and Cuchulainn, I know I'm not pronouncing his name right, I apologize. Cuchulainn, which is an Irish hero, I think Irish, Celtic. They're all very similar in their like story arcs and their story beats. They're all very, very, very closely tied. If I go watch Fate, no, doesn't it have boobies in it? Fate has like a lot of segs in it. I'm not allowed to watch that as a knight. I'm not allowed to watch the boinking. I also don't really like eroge animes that much. But I do like the art. I've seen some of the like Saber looks really cool. Like as a character, Saber's design is really cool. Cuchulainn is basically Irish Hercules. Ah. Did I say that? I think I said that. PS2 game doesn't have eroge scenes. Yeah, but some of it does. And I don't want to take a gamble every time I play a Fate game. I don't want to take a gamble every time I take a Fate game on whether or not I'm going to get flashbanged with Dongus. No, thank you. The original visual novel. Yeah, but there's so much stuff. There's so much Fate stuff out there. I'm scared. It's like you guys are telling me like, yeah, one of the chocolates in this box is poisoned. Enjoy. I'm not going to eat any of the chocolate. Onyx, thank you for the 10 super. Petition fund for Vi to go watch Fate Zero and Fate UBW. I don't know what those are, but thank you. I appreciate that. The anime are really good, not gonna lie. Yeah, but does it have tatas? Is it very fan servicey? You should watch Fate Zero if you liked Madoka. I have to gamble. I don't want to gamble. I don't want to gamble. I don't want to gamble. The chocolate's so tasty. Watch Unlimited Blade Works. Why? Does it have tatas? It's no Love in Deep Space, but there's some spice in the visual novel. It's not as bad as Love in Deep Space? Really? Let's have her watch Spice and Wolf. I remember that one being really, really popular with older people. Not to like out you guys, but I remember Spice and Wolf as an anime being very popular with a lot of older men specifically. I don't remember hearing a lot of ladies talk about it. Is it good? All the ladies I was hanging out with were just watching Ouran High School Host Club. I remember eating a piece of chocolate with what mushrooms in them, Lorgar? Oh boy, that's tough. What's wrong with fan service? There's nothing wrong with fan service. I don't particularly like it that much. I just don't watch really fan servicey things usually. So when it does happen, I'm cool with it. But when it does happen, I get kind of jump scared. I'm like, whoa, whoa, hey there, I wasn't ready for that, you know? Your Lion April is good? Ah. Jack the Ripper is a character in Fate? What? That's insane. I've seen both Spice and Wolf shows. Ah, naruhodo. It's a merchant slice of life. Oh, that sounds kind of cute. Hi, Ravioli. Welcome in. Hello. I hope you're having a good day, too. It's good to see you. The light novel is good. Ah. What if it's the summer? You don't want our fans to be fixed? What, donuts? What? Fans? Fixed? Oh, fan service. Oh, I get it. I get it. That took me a minute. Yeah, no, I want your fans. I want you to stay cool, hotties, obviously. You guys can do all the fan service you want. You guys can do all the fan service you want. When I watch something, I don't really watch fan service heavy things. So when I do find something in there that's a fan service, I get jump scared. I get it's like a flashbang. It's like a light mode flashbang for me. I'm like, whoa, it's not bad. I just wasn't ready for it. Jack's Fate Girl is lightly clad? What does that mean? Oh, like she's got a... Is she like very bikini? Is she in a bikini? We don't talk about the bad Fate series or the VNs. Well, see, that's the thing. Like, I feel like Fate is such a big IP. It's got so many things to it that I feel like I'm going to stumble on the parts that we don't talk about. Watch Food Wars? I did watch Food Wars. I liked Food Wars a lot. Food Wars had fan service, but it also had a really good message to it. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy that, you know, I like the message a lot. Hi, Chaotic, welcome in. Hi. Fate's mainly based around historical mythological characters like Jeanne d'Arc and Gilgamesh. Ah, oh, Jeanne's in it too? Interesting. So it's like a bunch of mythological characters / gods just sort of thrown into a blender and blended on high. Fate Carnival is cool too? Oh. Food Wars had fan service. They toned it down. The first couple episodes had a lot of fan service, but then like as the series went on, I feel like it got less and less noticeable. Maybe that was just me. Gen Urobochi wrote Fate Zero. Yeah, and that's why I don't trust it, Eli. That's why I don't trust it. Gen Urobochi also wrote like Saya no Uta. I played that as a kid. Should not have played that as a kid, but I played that as a kid. Because it was an anime game, and I thought, hey, I love anime games. You know? Gen Urobochi also wrote Madoka, right? So, like, he wrote one of my favorite animes of all time, Madoka Magica. So it's like, I don't know. It's a gamble with that man. You don't never know what you're going to get. John's in the bad one. Oh. It's very apparent from the start that Fate Zero is not going to be happy. Hi, Gojira. Welcome in. Welcome back. We're just talking about Gen Urobochi and Fate. We're talking about, like, I don't know, like really intense anime, I guess. Fate Carnival is comedy? The movies for Fate isn't too bad as long as you don't do Heaven's Feel. Heaven's Feel? There was a really popular... Wasn't there a very popular Netflix movie? Wasn't it Violet Evergarden or something? Wasn't that like Saber? Wasn't that Fate based? That had beautiful animation. I watched the trailer a couple times and that had beautiful animation. Hi Bab, welcome in. Hi Axolotl, good morning. It's good to see you. We're taking a little walkies through Skyrim's Rift. The Rift. Welcome in. We're celebrating autumn together by yapping about anime and food. She looked like Saber. It's a separate thing. But she looks like Saber. Oh! Oh, I thought it was related. I thought it was like a Fate spinoff. Interesting. She looked so much like her. I was like, that's gotta be Fate, right? Hi, Basilisk. Hi. It dealt with PTSD and trauma. Oh. It was very good in one episode. Made me ugly cry. Yeah. The animation looked beautiful. Half of the female cast of the Fate universe looks like Saber. Why is that? Why is that? Is it just because they like to stick to one character design? It's great? Okay, I might have to watch it then. Don't do Fate extra anime. Oh. I feel like I'm really confused because all the names have Fate in them. It's not good for my dyslexia. The art style of the artist. Ah! Oh, so like it's the same face. Ah, naruhodo. It's like a same face. Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. Saber faces because they all look like Saber. That's kind of sad. I really like it when an anime has... I mean, to be fair, like, my favorite animes definitely also struggle with same face, but... I do like it when different character designs, you know, have some effort, you know? Some like distinction. Hi Don, welcome in. Hi. All the One Piece girls look like Nami. I've never seen a One Piece girl that looks similar to each other. They have the same body type, yes, but like they have very different outlines. Like there's this one girl that looks like Nami, but she's got long black hair. And there's another girl, and she's got like short blonde hair, but like they don't. I guess the blonde and the different color hairs doesn't make me think that they look the same. Does that make sense? Even though they have the same body type, I feel like if the outline is different, like if the long hair, short hair, you know, cape, no cape. Is he Rai, same face? What's that? There's a similar phenomenon in Cancol where one artist's characters are called potato faces. That doesn't seem very nice. I kind of want to rewatch FMA Brotherhood. Yo, Brotherhood's really good. I really love FMA Brotherhood. It's a very, very good anime. It's just good. It's just solid. It's everything I want an anime to be. You know? Hi, Patchy! How are you? Welcome in. Happy Thursday. Hi. Vi can't tell Markiplier from Metro Man. Who's Metro Man? Who's Metro Man? What's that? To be fair, most saber faces are saber family of saber gene variants or umu variants. I don't know what that means, John. But welcome in. Hi. If you've seen Gundam Seed, you know? Oh, Spy Times Family is really good too, Gondor. I do like Spy Times Family. Yeah, Full Metal is one of my first. Yeah. Trigun. I remember a lot of people loving Trigun. I remember also Trigun so clearly because the art style was so unique at the time. There was nothing else like Trigun out there in art style. So whenever I saw like a fan art, I was like, oh yeah, that's Trigun. Like I know that. I think it's really cool when animes or mangas, you can just look at a fan art and go, I know exactly who that is, you know? Just by the style. Please don't call it Times. What did I say, David? Did I say something wrong? What? What did I... Yeah, Spy Times Family. Wait, is there something wrong with that? Spy multiplied by family. Yeah. It's got an X. It's... What do you want from me? You already know me, hotties. You know Hunter times Hunter. Spy times family. Spy X family. No, I don't want the family to be X's. I want them to be together forever. Trigun's anime story is made up halfway the series and the manga is much better. Really, Kencho? Interesting. Hunter squared. Spy 10 families. You guys are gonna make fun of me again for this, but it's how I say it. I am correct. Thank you. Maria times Holic. No. No. Vylett also looks a lot like this other VTuber called Bossy Moon. Yes, Soul Striker. I'm a fusion of her and Scarlet Flameheart, which is who I used to be. Humter times Humter. I'm gonna ban all of you. You guys were going for a nice walk in the rifts, and you're striking to get banned here. Hunter times tables. Hey, jump. Hey, just how I say things. I trust Vi more than the author. Spy times family is correct. Yes. Yes, there you go. As long as you're in my chat, you have to take my word as law, okay? Oh, there's Todd Howard getting consumed by the fire again. Hi, Todd. How's it going? It's getting consumed by the flames. Plus times minus. No. 2 in parentheses Hunter. I didn't know the Scarlet Flameheart, but yeah, Derpy. I used to be Scarlet Flameheart. I bought her IP, so I can say that now. Yippee! Yeah, I'm your boss after all. Hi, high five, hi! Bossy times Scarlet, yes. Todd times Elder Scrolls, yes. These are all correct ways to say it. You guys wouldn't say Todd X Elder Scrolls because it doesn't make sense. Think about it. Think about it logically, right? If you say X, people are going to get confused because X is a prefix that people use in everyday sentences. X. X. You know what I mean? Ex-wife. Ex-husband, you know? Ex-military. It's something that people use in a sentence. So if you say X, people are going to get confused. I only X to doubt. Dolph plus Chad equals Vylett Moonheart. That's not true, Mr. Uncle. Yeah, the X stands for shipping. I look forward to the 10th Elder Scrolls game, The Elder Scrolls Times. Come on. Let me live. Let me live. I can say things the way I want to. Todd Howard X the Nerevarine. Yeah. Did you guys not? Todd Howard times the Nerevarine. It's how you said it. It's how you said it in fanfic, okay? That's where it comes from. If you guys really want to know, it's because in fanfic, you say like Naruto times Sasuke. at the bottom of the fanfic, right? Or it says like Shikamaru times Ino, right? Whatever it says. Itachi times Kakashi, okay? That's how you say it. That's like the tag at the bottom. The Elder Scrolls times 1. Maik times liar. I appreciate quirks. I am not a quirked up wolf girl. I am correct in everything I say. Nothing I say is quirky. It's all very normal. Vylett times Santa. Yeah. Who the F ships Ino with Shikamaru? Me! I was robbed. He got married to Tamari. I was robbed. I always read it as Naruto X Sasuke, but that doesn't make any sense because then Sasuke is the X? Minion, do you see where I'm going with this? You're not a quirked up wolf girl, you're a quirked up wolf knight. True. True. Everything I say is the law. Dagoth times Nerevar. Yeah. Times Men, my favorite superhero series. Well, that's different because the X has a hyphen in front of it and the X is also capitalized. The X being capitalized means you say X. Bro got robbed of 5 cents and some belly button lint. You guys are robbing me right now of the joy of linguistics. The joy of individualistic linguistics. Is saying Skyrim 6 still a bannable offense? Yes, Jim, it is. So it's algebra. Yes, it's algebra, Patchy. Actually, it's Itachi 10 Kakashi. We're not reading Roman numerals, hotties. When I'm looking for fanfic about Itachi kissing Kakashi, I'm not looking for Itachi 10 Kakashi. That would be 1 Itachi to 10 Kakashis. That doesn't make any sense. Mario times plus Rabbids avoided the issue altogether. There, yeah, see, Don, plus makes sense. X new Roman. I hate this. Guys, I'm laughing too much. I pulled a muscle in my abs. Ow. Would you be interested in checking out Godzilla's Singular Point? Which one is that, Gojira? Hi, turkeys. Hi, welcome in. Hello. It can if you use Bunshin no Jutsus. What is... Oh, my God. I forgot about Bunshin no Jutsus. Thank you for the pats and holy. Thank you. Not the XX Vylett Moonheart with 3's XX. I hate this. Don't ever spell my name like that again. Jesus X Judas. No. Hi, Shadowman, welcome in. Hi, we're talking about fanfics. We're talking about shipping. 1 child equals times meals. Stop. I say cross. That's an okay. That's okay, Ken. I'll accept cross. But X doesn't make sense because in the English language, X is a legitimate prefix that denotes like formerness, you know? So I don't want people to get confused. So I say times. XX Dusk Night XX. Leave her alone, abs. Yeah, I did some abs today, so they're a little bit sensitive. A little bit sensitive. Hi, Anoli, welcome in. Hi. Anyway, you guys are wrong. All of this to say, you guys are wrong and I'm right. Okay? You guys are wrong and I'm correct. If nothing else, I hope you learned that today. What do you mean, sure? Yeah, ab day is pretty bad. Lower abs. Today was lower abs, so it was especially bad. Lower abs is really tough for me. Upper abs is pretty easy, but lower abs is always a tough one. You're only right if you watch Fate Zero. Nope. Not gonna do it. Nope. Not gonna do it. Nope. There could be Donguses in there. I'm not watching that. Nope. 100 people are wrong. Never heard anyone use X or slash in real life conversation. Is this a general thing? Maybe? I'm not sure, Don. Linguistically, I don't like how X sounds. So I say, if it's a standalone X, I'll say times. Whatever you say, boss. Thanks, Fruits. Yeah, I got two top abs that are really strong, and the bottom abs I'm still working on. Berserker. What berserker, John? What's that? Yeah, I'm never watching Fate. No, I'll watch Fate eventually, but I'm scared of it because I'm scared of the dogguses. Hi, Gooby, welcome in. Mommy, we slummy. Hey, Goops, how you doing? I look ethereal? Yeah, welcome in. We're taking a little autumn walk in Skyrim together. It's good to see you. You want to go on walkies with us? No donguses, just a lot of blood. Ex-New Roman. Yeah, what's the point? What's the problem? You guys are saying these sentences like it's an issue. I made it better with the way I say things. Donguses everywhere, lurking in the trees. Yeah, nobody tell Gooby about the bear in the corner. There's a bear in the corner, Gooby. Watch out. I'm protecting you from him, though. Don't worry. Hi. They need to recover their mana. The bear? Or the donguses? I'm scared now. I'm scared now. I'm scared, Lich. Also, hi. Hi, little Zay. Shakes Mentos and every soda. Hey, you leave my Mentos and soda alone, Zay. You stay out of that cabinet. The loathsome dongus forest. Yeah, the last part of the alphabet times YZ is also my favorite. Yeah, we're goofing about in some woods. They're not abandoned. There's a bear. He lives here. How dare you? How dare you imply these woods are abandoned when there's a perfectly good Skyrim bear chilling, dancing. He's doing laundry in his little house over there dancing. The Sabrina Carpenter. Leave him alone. Is Boss the bear? No, I'm a wolf. I'm the wolf. I'm not a bear. Do these ears look like a bear? No. If I was a bear, I'd have cute, round, fuzzy ears, but I have sharp, evil, pointy ears. Is the bear T-posing? No, but your mom is T-posing. Sorry. I had a lot of pent-up rage from you guys making fun of me with the X thing. So I threw out I'm really sorry. I'm sure your mom's a very nice woman. I just had a lot of pent-up rage from you guys making fun of me. I had to get it out. He's dead. No, he's just stuck. I've kimmed him. He's fine. I've console command him so he's stuck. Don't tell anyone about the bear fight from Prey. I've seen Prey. It's a great movie. I definitely could not beat that bear in a wrestling match. No. With my axe helleboard, probably. I could probably take that bear, but not in a wrestling match. No way. Yeah, go check on your... Go call your mom, Hotties. The cycle of bullying. Yeah, the cycle of bullying continues. You guys make fun of my ex, I make fun of your mom. Insert the full of soup meme, but it's Vi and full of rage. Exactly, Lobo. When can we take a walk through Cyrodiil? I would love to. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk to you guys about. Have you seen those VR treadmills? You guys know what I'm talking about? Hold on. Abelard, TCL that bear. He doesn't have to. I already TCL'd him. Let me show you what a VR treadmill looks like. I think we've talked about it before in member streams. Images. These look so goofy. There's this guy. Yeah, this guy's classic. No, it's a WebP file. No, I hate this. Okay, let me print screen it. On my little Dwarven phone as we walk. Okay. Yeah, you have to get certain shoes for this, but let me show you what there we go. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So a VR treadmill is different than a regular treadmill. It's also different from conventional VR equipment. Cotto matte. There we go. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. Sorry about the dude jump scares today on stream, but look at this dude. So a VR treadmill is essentially an omni treadmill, which means that it's not just back and forth like a regular treadmill. It's in all directions. And so you put on like the headset and you put on the harness, and then you have your little hand thingies, or whatever those are called, controllers. and you walk on it, and it simulates walking within the game. So people have used the VR treadmill to walk across games or like walk in games, which is really interesting. I really would like to do someday. These are very expensive, so I'm waiting for a couple years for them to like drop in price, basically. But these treadmills, I wanted to do a thing where we would actually take a walk across Skyrim together. Yeah, bro is lunging in that photo. Yeah, the mac and cheese he's running towards the mac and cheese. I wanted to do a stream where we would walk across Skyrim together, like in real time. I think that would be really, really cool. It does look really goofy though. It's like shameful how goofy it looks. Yeah, Ready Player One equipment. So yeah, hopefully one day. They are very expensive, and I think I'm waiting until, you know, the technology gets better and cheaper. But yeah, I would love to do like a Skyrim stream where we walk across, like have a morning walk in Skyrim or something, you know? Yeah, it's embarrassing, but I want one. Yeah, exactly. I ever tried the Skyrim VR? No, that's something special that I'm planning, Kishi. I'll talk about it more on Sunday when we have our member streams. But yes, I've never tried the Skyrim VR, but that might change soon. I thought about getting one, but mostly only to play COD Zombies with. Oh, that would be fun, Chunky, like you're running from real zombies. Watch her get out of breath Skyrim horsing up a mountain. I don't think you're supposed to jump on it. There's like a button to jump with, doofus. Yeah, we can walk across Skyrim and see how many times we get attacked. There's also this really funny reel I saw where there was someone who had hooked up sensors to their body. You know those, what do you call them? Electroconvulsive machines that force the muscles to contract. It's like, here's what giving birth feels like. And then they hook you up to like some wires and some like pads and stuff. So they used something similar to that, but attached it to their body and then hooked it up to the hit parameter in Skyrim. Yeah, electrodes, thank you. They hooked it up to the hit parameter in Skyrim, so every time they got hit by a sword, by like a bandit sword, it would feel really, really bad. And I thought to myself briefly, I would love to do that. If I could figure out that technology, that would be awesome. Yeah, if I could mod Hellebore, that would be cool. I'm getting a Stairmaster and pretending I'm climbing High Hrothgar. Let's go, Hottie. Let's go. Yeah, you could walk around Hyrule, the Mushroom Kingdom, or Silent Hill. Precisely. What do you mean, no? It seems fun. Like the dragon breeze on you, and then you get hurty all over. 5 minutes in, you'd be doing stealth archery to avoid getting hit. Maybe. But I think it would be fun to try. Imagine playing a Souls game? No way. No way. But I've seen people complete Souls game on like DDR pads and stuff, so I don't know. I would not underestimate the Souls community. They can finish Dark Souls on like a smart fridge. Yeah, immersive. That's the good way to put it, Patchy. Immersive. You would love to do that, except when you actually do it, but all time before and after, you'll love the idea. No! I like experiencing new things like that. I think it's cool. Even if it hurts, it would be interesting, you know? I would try it out a little bit before stream to see if I could handle it, obviously. I've seen a goldfish beat Elden Ring. It was me. That was actually me, Hottie. That was me. I was the goldfish. Yes, it's spelled hellebore, like the flower. Goomba. Imagine walking through Outworld and having Shao Kahn tell you that you suck. Outworld? What's that? Imagine getting smacked by a Deathclaw. Yeah, that would be so fun, wouldn't that? I would love that. I would love that. Checks out. What is that supposed to mean? Oh, Mortal Kombat. Oh, I didn't know what Outworld was. Sorry. Sorry, I'm not very video game oriented. Or not video game, sorry. Fighting game. I am very video game oriented. I'm not fighting game oriented. The fighting game I played the most was Soul Calibur 4. And I mostly played the PvE. There was like a PvE mode you could do that I played a lot of. I would say I spent the most time with Soul Calibur. And Tekken, some Tekken. Tekken was like my childhood fighting game. Yeah. Hi, Hippo, welcome in. God of War. I played the original God of War. I got very embarrassed by the bathtub scene. Welcome in. Hi. Soul Calibur 2 is peak. I haven't played it, Gopes, but I do like the aesthetics of the old Soul Caliburs. They look beautiful. The way, like, there's something about chunky polygons that I just love. Skyrim can be a fighting game if you want it to be. Yeah, that's true. There's so many mods for Skyrim now. You can make it anything. Yeah, no, I never played Marvel vs. Capcom, unfortunately. I just wasn't very interested in Marvel as a kid, and even now I'm not that interested. Other than Venom. I think Venom's pretty cool. I think Deadpool's kind of funny every once in a while. You know. But I'm not too Marvel pilled. I'm already, my brain is so taken up by Elder Scrolls lore and Todd Howard that I don't have any room to fit Marvel lore in there, to be honest. Yeah, the character creation is really good in Soul Calibur. Was it Soul Calibur 4 or 5 when they removed Killick? I think it's 5, because Killick was in 4. Killick was in 4. I remember because he was really BS to fight against. If somebody was really good at Killick, you were just dead. He had like this big old pole. Killick is in 6. Ah. Hi, Kosh, hi. Sadly, my interest in Marvel ended with Endgame. I feel like a lot of people are experiencing Marvel burnout right now. The stick guy. Yeah, that's Killick. That's Killick. He's got like the red pole thingy. 5 was the one where they removed... Wait, which Soul Calibur is the one where they put Darth Vader in? Which one was that? Do you guys remember the Soul Calibur where they put Darth Vader and Yoda all of a sudden? They were like, yeah, we're going to do this. And it was so out of left field. It was so out of left field. That was 4? Wait, no, then I didn't play 4. I must have played 3. I played the one that came before that. Was it 4? I must have played 3 then. I like Talim. Talim's really cute. I really like her character design. Soul Calibur character creator stream would be fire. Yeah, we could make a lot of nasty boys in a character creator on Soul Calibur. Link was in the GameCube in that release? No way, no way. I got so excited. Baby cough, Hotties. Open your mouth. It's Soul Calibur 4? Really? Hi, Vi. Welcome in. Thank you for the pats. Hi. Who was the guest in 5? Wasn't it Anakin? In 5, I remember in Soul Calibur they got another Star Wars character. Heihachi was in PS2 in Soul Calibur 2. Ah. Oh, wait. Was it Yoshimitsu? Didn't they get Yoshimitsu in Soul Calibur at some point? Anakin is Darth Vader. Yeah, but it was like pre-Darth Vader Anakin. 5 had Gerald and Ezio Assassin's Creed. Oh. Gerald? Huh. Man, Heihachi's a jerkhole. I hate Heihachi. I remember the story from Tekken. He's a jerk. You could make Cosmos from Xenosaga? Yeah, Meteor, that was good. I never played Xenosaga, but I really love Cosmos' design. Do you guys know who Cosmos is? I hope you do. She was like everywhere when I was a kid. Just on the internet in general. She's really, her design is amazing. Let me see if I can find the OG. She looks a little short in this one. That's okay. Oh, thank goodness it's a PNG image. Okay, let me show you Cosmos, because I think her character design is honestly one of the best. Ta-da! Oh, she's transparent too. Cosmos. I don't know anything about her. I know nothing about her. I just remember seeing her on the internet everywhere. And I just was like, dang, that's a cool character. Jerry of Riverdale? Yeah, Cosmos. I never knew where she was from originally. Apparently Xenosaga. The anime adaptation was so bad, was it? The story for her game is sad? Oh no. PlayStation had Vader and Xbox had Yoda. Yes, yes, that I remember that, Vi. I remember that. 6 had 2B. 6 had 2B? From Nier? No way. Zetairio Iki. What does that mean, Eli? Yeah, she looks familiar, doesn't she? She was very much like a poster child for a lot of anime. This one looks a little more modern. Where is her, like, is she have an original art? Oh, wow, this is horror. What happened to my girl? What did they do to my girl? Guys, look at this cosmos. What did they do to my girl? Hold on. I've never even seen her show, but what did they do to her? Look at this. What happened here? Hey guys, sorry, I'm getting really passionate about character design right now, but what the hell? What happened to her? Netflix adaptation? A quality downgrade. What, guys, what? They took her swag, man. What the frick? No, that's Cosmos, apparently. Apparently, I mean, she's in Google Images. Let me see, what happened to her here? What is this? Oh, it's a fan kit. Oh, it's a fan. Oh, it's a fan thing. It's a fan thing. Okay, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. Yippee! It's not real. It's not real. Yippee! We can erase it. Yippee! All right, cool. Everybody breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, wait, here. Yeah, this is the Cosmos I remember. Oh, yeah. So this Cosmos is the one I saw pretty much everywhere. And I don't know where it's from. But let me show you. This is like the Cosmos I remember seeing everywhere. Xenosaga episode 3, I guess, is where she's from. Oh, yeah. Oh, she looks great in this one. Wait, I gotta show you more Cosmos. She's awesome. And swag. Hold on. Should we apologize to the fan who made that one? Yeah, sorry to the fan who made that one. Guys, look how swag Cosmos is. Anyway. That's Cosmos. I love Cosmos. I think her design is just really good. I think her design borrows a lot from Rei Ayanami, obviously from Evangelion, like the blue hair, red eyes. But I really like her design. I think she's super cool. Anyway, sorry about that. I got on a little Cosmos rant. Yeah, she's beautiful. Hi, Sa, welcome in. Hi, how you doing today? Hello. Zetai Ryokiki equals absolute territory equals when character designs empathize thighs between tights and a skirt, huh? I'm so confused, Eli. Sorry. I'm very confused. I apologize. Yeah, you did your best. Yeah, she's just an anime girl distilled to perfection. Exactly. I feel like Cosmos is like the soul... Like, that's anime. When I see it, I'm like, that's what anime look like, you know? You made a great Phantasy Star character there, fan. Oh, is it Phantasy Star? Oh, they were making Cosmos and Phantasy Star. My bad. I'm still shooketh from the false alarm. It's okay. Hotties, relax. Cosmos is still alive and well somewhere. Anyway, she's amazing. I love her. She's basically an android, I think. I don't know anything about her story, but she looks great. Every time I see her, I get a little bit of serotonin, I guess. Is this how you guys feel when you look at me? A little bit of serotonin. 3 CMs. What? 3 CMs what? 3 commercial what? Yes? Okay, well now you guys are just... Now you're just buttering me up for no reason. Sure. Sure is crazy. No. Not like we like you or anything. I mean, I get serotonin from visiting my VTuber friends on their streams. I get serotonin from visiting Zelly and Gooby Gooba and Tomoe. I get a little bit of serotonin, you know? I'm like, hey, that's my girl. That's her. That's the girl. Here comes the girl. I seem more relaxed looking than bossy. What does that mean, Kieran? Relaxed looking? More at peace? Naruhodo. I sold all of that for potatoes. I actually have potatoes today, guys. I have potatoes. I'm gonna make some. I have potatoes and beets. It's a nice... Oh, speaking of autumn, guys, we haven't even talked about the food. Hotties, it's been 2 hours and we haven't even talked about the food. Egads. Hiya, welcome in. A good design is always pleasing to the mind, like yours, for example. Thank you. Arigato, welcome in. Yeah, we haven't even talked about the food. How am I gonna cook those taters? Okay, listen up. Here's how I'm gonna cook those taters. I'm gonna slice the potatoes and beets to be about equal thinness, and then I'm gonna toss them in some olive oil and rosemary and thyme and salt and pepper, and then I'm gonna roast them real good. I feel like autumn is the perfect season for roast vegetables. Potatoes, beets, carrots. I wish I had some carrots. I don't have carrots. Potatoes, beets, carrots, sweet potatoes. Wait, I have a question, Hotties. You made a killer potatoes au gratin yesterday? Ooh, that sounds good, Chunky. Let me ask you guys, let me start a poll here. Do you guys like, which do you like more? Which do you like more? Sweet potatoes, I spelled pop-tatoes. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. Sweet pop-tatoes or regular pop-tatoes? Alright, let me start a poll on the other one too. There we go. What kind of do you guys like? Do you prefer? Which kind do you like? Sweet pop-tatoes, regular pop-tatoes. I mean in general. If you had to choose, if there was a plate of sweet potatoes in front of you and a plate of regular potatoes, which one would you pick? It depends. Oh, hi, Rimlane. Hi. I know you hate sweet potatoes, Top Gear. Pipe down. Choose the other one. You've told me that 1,000 times. Shut up. Choose the other one. I know you don't like sweet potatoes. I'm asking everyone else. Sweet potatoes are weird. The texture should not be sweet. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Don't make me choose between my children. I'm sorry, Kaj. I'm curious. Yeah, I like me some sweet potatoes. I like them baked, mashed, and boiled. I've never had sweet potatoes. Really, Gondor? I like them with sweet toppings. This ube sauce really popped potatoes in flavor. It was a typo. Yeah, I feel like different cultures definitely put emphasis on different potatoes, right? Sweet potatoes are the original candy. A big plate of sweet potatoes with butter. Ooh, that sounds good, Lamoru. I abstain from the vote. That's probably for the best, Top. I've never tried sweet potatoes. Really? Well, this is the perfect season to try them, Hotties, if you haven't tried sweet potatoes before. If you're curious, there's a couple different types. There's the regular yam. Not a lot of... I'm not the hugest fan of yams. I'm going to be honest. I do like them. They taste good. But if there's another option for a sweet potato, I'll usually take that. There's yams, which is like a very deep orange sweet potato. My favorite is Okinawan sweet potato, which is this very nice purple... It's this purple sweet potato. It's delicious. It's got a really nice thin skin. It's delightful if you ever get the chance. Sometimes I see it in the stores. It's very rare though. But it's quite good. Those are my favorite sweet potatoes. There's also white sweet potatoes, I believe. There's a different... Everybody thinks of the orange one, but there's also white flavors of sweet potato. I can only eat SP with a lot of butter. Oh, really, Karen? If cooked simply, sweet potatoes. Okay. The simpler, the better. The mashed sweet potatoes from Boston Market were my childhood Thanksgiving. I gotta try those. Those sounds delicious. Yeah, sweet potato makes really good tempura. That's a good point. I like sweet toppings like marshmallow and cinnamon. Oh, I only like yam for pies. I love ube and pastries. Yeah, ube pastries are delightful. I saw some at the Japanese grocery store last week, but I didn't get any. You gotta try them, Lamoro. They're so good. They're my favorite. I wish I put up both options. Sorry, friend. Sorry. Yeah, fries do count, obviously. But we're talking about like a plate of steamed sweet... Like, imagine there's sweet potatoes in front of you and then regular potatoes in front of you. Which one would you choose? Purple site says regular pop potatoes. Nadia Honda. All right, let me see on red site. Red site, 70% regular potatoes. Purple site is 78%. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. So we all like regular potatoes. I feel like regular potatoes are a little bit more versatile. You know, sweet potatoes are more nutritionally good for you. But I do think regular potatoes are... you can put like bacon on top. You could put, you know... sour cream, you can have them plain, you can have them lots of cheese on them, you know, that I guess it just comes down to what you're, are you looking for versatility or nutrition, you know? I just love all pop potatoes. That's fair, Ravioli. You can't eat sweet potato skins? Yeah, you can eat sweet potato skins. I love sweet potato skins. Regular has more recipes, that's true. Regular has a lot more recipes. Sweet potatoes still slap. I agree. I think I asked you guys 2 things that you wanted to do this fall. And I think what I want to do this fall is make a sweet potato pie, number 1, because I've never done that before. I want to make a sweet potato pie. But I think I want to mix it with pumpkin. I feel like mixing pumpkin puree with sweet potato puree. I want to make like the ultimate fall pie. You know? I want like sweet potato mixed with pumpkin, some cinnamon, some allspice, some cloves, some nutmeg. And then I want to put a little bit of cheese on top, like strong, like a nice fontina, like a melty fontina cheese on top of the pie. You know? I don't know. I want to make like the ultimate pie. I want hazelnuts. I want hazelnuts in the pie. Like chopped up walnuts and hazelnuts inside. You know? And I want to put all the bounty of fall in one pie. I want to make my autumn pie. Yeah, a nice warm pie. Harvest pie. That's a good word for it. Harvest pie. My mom loves sweet potatoes. Yeah, they're very good for you. Hazelnuts are my weakness. Yeah, they're really expensive too, unfortunately. But I would definitely scrounge around and try to get some. You could throw in some butternut squash. Yeah, we could try like different, like fractions, different ratios of butternut squash to pumpkin to sweet potato. But I think like the base has to be pumpkin and sweet potato. It's gotta be. And then we can add nuts and stuff. Hi, Yui. Hello, milady. Milady. How does thine fare on this fine day? Welcome in, everyone. Ruff and tough. My name is Vylett Moonheart, and I am your wolf knight of the eternal dusk, here to protect you no matter what. And today we're going for a lovely little autumn walk to celebrate the beginning of fall in Skyrim's The Rift, which is an area with lots of autumn leaves. Welcome in, guys. Hi. Hi, Yui. Hi. She says you're cute. No, I'm not. I'm evil and fricked up. How dare you, Yui? How dare you? I fare most wonderful now that I am in your presence. Oh, thank you verily, fine maiden. Allow me to give you thine iron tool. Prithee, wait a moment. There we are. Enjoy the iron tool hood, my dear. You now have power over the peasants. Thank you so much for the raid. If you got a raid and get some food and water, I understand. What'd you guys get up to, huh? What'd you guys get up to? Thank you for trusting me with your little guys, Yui. You guys don't know this, but me and Yui are planning a collab in the DMs right now. We're planning a collab in the DMs. We're not sure what yet. I am so honored to have had the iron tool bestowed upon me. I will cherish it. Thank you, my fair maiden. Now, you must get yourself some sustenance immediately. Post haste. Get yourself some food, some water. I'm so excited too. We gotta talk about the games. We gotta talk about lots of games we can play. You baked some bread? Oh, what kind of bread? What kind of bread? Who are you and where is Vi? I'm right here, Kishi. I'm right here. We're just talking about food. You guys came in as we were talking about autumn, the foods of autumn. That's like one of my favorite things about autumn is all the different types of food. We were talking about sweet potatoes versus regular potatoes, Raiders. Which do you prefer? I was saying I want to make, I have a goal this autumn. I want to make a sweet potato pie. But I don't want to make any sweet potato pie. I want to make the ultimate autumn pie. You know, like the greatest hits autumn pie. So I want to put pumpkin in it. Pumpkin puree with sweet potato. And then I'm thinking like some chopped up nuts, like walnuts and hazelnuts, very fallish nuts, you know? And then maybe include a little bit of cheese, like some savory cheese of some kind, and then some herbs in the crust, maybe. I like sweet potatoes. Interesting, Funs. I love sweet potato french fries. Me too, Shy. Yeah. Definitely sweet potatoes. Yeah, so the poll, we ran a poll, and apparently most people prefer regular potatoes, believe it or not. Which is interesting. Most people prefer regular potatoes. But I get it, right? Because regular potatoes are very versatile. Hi, Wool. How you doing? It's good to see you. Add juniper to the pie? How would you do that? Like the berries? I'm not too familiar with cooking with juniper. Do you guys know anything about juniper? It's a bush that's very similar. It's like a low-growing bush. I only know it from Skyrim. It's like this low-growing bush, and it's got these greenish, bluish berries. And I'm wondering, like, how would you cook with that? Is there like a juniper jam? I think junipers have lots of tannins in them, right? So you got to be careful. Gin is made from juniper. Hi, Lady Saffron, welcome in. The real question is soggy or crispy fries? Soggy. Soggy every time. I know. Controversial. I like soggy with crispy tips. Also, hi, Lady Saffron. It's good to see you. How does one eat pumpkin? It's pureed. It usually comes in a big can. Hi, Milk Tea. Welcome in. Hi. Heartwarming and sweet cutie pie. Oh, you're talking about Yui? She is a heartwarming and sweet cutie pie. Welcome. Hi, Lionheart. This is interesting. Twitch added a rewind feature. Oh, interesting. Ah, I didn't know the purple side has a rewind feature now. That's great. Thank you for letting me know, Lionheart. Interesting. A mix of soggy and crispy. I'm all about crispy fries unless they're sweet potato fries. Huh. The best fries are super crispy. Wrong. Because if you have too crispy fries, they're going to start drying out like immediately. And then when you bite into them, they're like rock solid. As a crispy fry enjoyer, we can no longer associate. I'm sorry, Lady Saffron. Come back. Come back. Yeah, the food talk has me hungry. That's why I saved the food talk until the end of stream. I'm getting you guys ready to go eat a big meal. We're done with our walk. We're heading back to Riften. We're gonna sit down in the Bee and Barb and have a nice meal. Curly fries clear everything. We should have a fry discussion, I think. I'm a big fan of regular shoestring fries. I'm kind of a diehard for shoestring fries. However, I think tater tots are very good, and I think waffle fries are very fun. I'm not a fan of curly fries. You know why? Because it's hard to dip them. It's hard to dip them. It's like it's a tube, you know? It's hard to dip in the ketchup. Oh, I'm not sure how rollout the feature is. Okay, Maka, I will keep an eye out for it. Thank you for letting me know. I don't think soggy is a good word to use. Maybe soft or lightly fried. Ah, well, I mean, it's called soggy, I think, because the alternative is crispy, you know? But I do think soft fried is a good way to say it. Hi, Terrawine. Wouldn't they catch more sauce in theory? Well, but that's because if you have to scoop it, you have to make like a tight tube and then scoop the sauce, you know? Potato hand cam stream? Yo, that would be fun. What if we got like a bunch of different types of fries and I just ate them and you guys just sat there and watched me eat them? And we rate them and compare them. You put it in the ketchup. Yeah, but doesn't it fall off? Doesn't it fall off? Waffle fries are god tier. Yeah, I love waffle fries. I like fries with my ketchup. Oh, so for you, laser fries are just like a ketchup vehicle. Gravy and cheese thing with steak fries. Ooh. Curly fries have nice seasoning. That's true. Curly fries are really good at picking up a lot of seasoning. Frying ASMR when. Hi, Kiwi. I don't like frying stuff. It's scary. But I will buy a bunch of fries. And eat them. How can we make this happen? You can't make it happen. But it is now an idea percolating in my head. So be on the lookout for it. Maybe soon. Maybe soon. Literally making hash browns right now. Let's go. Drubbed. Let's go. Why did you put right now in parentheses? Do you think I don't know what RN means? You think I don't know what RN means? Yeah, this is what you come to Vylett Moonheart channel, Vylett Moonheart, to get hungry. Exactly, Yukaj. I'm getting you guys slobbering. Yeah, frying's really messy too. Frying is extremely messy. Small personal fryers. You guys will have to recommend me a personal fryer because I've never found one that I really like. I'm salivating just thinking about fries. All right, we'll stop talking about fries. RN means registered nurse. Lol, laughing out loud. Oh, for emphasis. Oh, I see. Okay, you weren't clarifying because you thought I didn't know what it means. You were clarifying for emphasis. Naruhodo ne. Is the axe actually just a really big fry? No! Hellebore is made out of wood and steel and fire. Yeah, that's how it was last week with the food talks. Crinkle fries and chicken nuggets. It's been a long time since I had a good chicken nugget. I might have to go get one. I'm playing games right now. Parentheses right now, as in presently at this time, aka our current era on the same day. Are you jazzed about it, Funds? I can tell by the amount of parentheses that you're jazzed about it. Funeral cake. Yes, Todd, the funeral cake. Is that an airless fryer you got there? So that's the thing. Like, air fryers... everybody's been recommending me air fryers, but I'm still really scared of them. I don't know why. I just feel like there's so many, and I want one that's, like, easy to use and easy to clean and not plastic. I've seen metal ones, which seem nice, but they do look heavy. I have nothing against plastic. I just don't like... I don't like things in my kitchen made of mostly plastic. I like things that, like, you know, steel, stainless steel. My kitchen is full of wood and steel. Rock and stone. No, not rock and stone. Just wood and steel. Air fryers are mini convection ovens. I understand that. I understand that theoretically. I'm craving some Rosti. What's Rosti? Yeah, I crave the certainty of steel. Ones that combine with toasters? Yeah! So that's what I mean, Sa. Like, I think my requirements for an air fryer would be, like, very multitudinous, you know? I would want a bunch of different things from it. A toaster oven for chicken nuggets? Ah. Yeah, I don't like the burnt plastic smell either. I have a toaster oven that can air fry? Really? An Emerald air fryer for a few days before my kitchen remodel. It worked really well and was stainless steel. I'll have to look that up, Steven. I'll look that up. Let me write that brand name down. Emerald. I actually wrote down things I wanted to talk with you guys today. I wrote down the things I wanted to talk about. You want to know what I wrote down? Okay, these are the things I wrote down to talk to you guys about. Number 1, the vibe of autumn. Number 2, the food of autumn. Number 3, the weather of autumn. Number 4, the plans of autumn. Number 5, how I sat on cat vomit. Okay, well, we're not going to talk about that one. We talked about most of those things. Yippee! No, I didn't eat it. I sat on it. I put it at the very bottom because I know that it's not a great topic. I sat on it, yeah. Yeah, Castle Cat had a little vomity on my chair, and then I sat in it this morning without looking. And it was very wet. Hi, Mr. Friend. The plans of autumn are deer hunting season? Ah, naruhodo. Welcome in. Yeah, as a cat dad, you feel that. Yeah, everybody who's a cat parent will understand. No, she's fine. She just has hairballs sometimes. Cats are designed to pass hairballs, like, one way or another. Let's put it that way. It's just a natural thing they do. Violet times cat vomit. I hate this. Emerald Power Air Fryer 360. Oh, thank you, Steven. Yeah, I was trying to talk about the normal things before I rolled out the cat yards. You stepped in it first thing this morning. Twins, hotties, twins. We're twinsing right now. We're being twins. Yeah, cat vomit times cheer. It's okay. I gave her a treaty. I gave her a little churro. Do you guys know what churros are? They're like these tubes of wet cat food. They're Japanese, I think, but cats really love them. And she licked all the stuff out of the tube. It was really cute. We stand for our vomiting queen. I'll let Castle Cat know that she's got stands and fans. Yeah, it's pureed salmon and stuff. It's good for them. Cat vomit is the hottest accessory of this fall season. Yeah, she's okay. Don't worry, Gondor. Yeah, the snack paste. Yeah. I like the ornate design of your axe. Thank you, Jum. I appreciate that. Hellebore is quite the beautiful instrument, isn't she? Step up in that vomit. Ooh, a fair in autumn sounds fun, Kiwi. Yeah, do you guys have a lot of county fairs near you? State fairs, maybe? I know that autumn is the season that those sorts of things tend to happen. I would love to go to a farm, I think, and pick apples, maybe? A bit of autumn apple picking. 2 coming up? Oh, lucky duck, Kishi. Do you guys like... I like county fairs. I like state fairs. They've always had a nice charm to me. I know it's like really busy and noisy and loud and crowded, but I feel like state fairs have a charm, especially the last day of a state fair. It's actually very quiet, usually the last day of a state fair. Well, quieter. At least in the daytime. Summer fairs. Oh, interesting. Texas has a state fair that's world-renowned. Oh. A couple orchards near me? That's lovely, Dad. I want to go to a harvest festival. Yeah, I feel like that would be fun. Corn mazes. Yeah, corn mazes and apple orchards. The fair was a lot of fun this year. I'm glad you got to go, Crazy. Yeah, they have a lot of people. It also stresses me out, too. But I feel like it's a good blend of... A lot of times the state fairs I've been to have been this immaculate blend of very cheap carnival food. And then a bunch of, like, farms, local farms that come together and, like, are selling produce and letting you pet sheep. Like, it's interesting to find a fair where you can both pet sheep and eat, I don't know, like, roasted corn and also go on, like, a roller coaster and then chug a slushie, you know? It's very unique, I feel like. Yeah, maze. Yeah. That sheep. Ooh, deep fried pickles. That sounds good, Hito. A Ren fair. Ooh, a Ren fair sounds lovely. Ren fairs, I noticed that Ren fairs seem to be a lot of people like drama kids. I feel like a lot of people who go to Ren fairs really enjoy the dress up aspect of it, which reminds me of, you know, like theater kids. Very much so. It reminds me of my time as a theater kid. Our fair was where we lived last month. I couldn't make it this year. Aw, dang, Max. I hope you can make it next year. Ren fairs are very theater kid. Yeah, like yeah. I've seen them from a distance. I've watched vlogs where it's like I went to the Ren fair and I was like, what's that like? You know? I miss autumn. Spring sucks. I'm sorry, Yog. You're on the southern hemisphere. Haha, we got autumn now. We got autumn now. Have your spring. Shove spring at you. There's plenty of farms, but not the fairs. Really, Chunky? That's too bad. I go almost every year. Let's go, Lionheart. That seems fun. I do want cider. I am craving... Do you guys like cold apple cider or hot apple cider? Which one is better? I feel like for quenching my thirst, cold apple cider is better. But for like talking... I don't know. I think I like cold apple cider better. I'm gonna be weird. I'm gonna be weird about it, I think. Hot is better. Really? Yeah, mead and cider? Cold is good when I'm thirsty? Cold if it's super sweet, but hot if it's sour. Ooh, that makes sense, Lamura. It depends if it's hot or cold where I'm at. That makes sense, yeah. I feel like it also depends on what you're eating if you're eating a snack. Like if I've got a nice hot fried donut, I'm gonna want a cold cider. But if I've got like a cold vanilla ice cream, I'm gonna want a hot cider. You know, that's the Vylett theorem. I have another theory, hotties. I have a horse theory, but I also have a little drink. You want to hear my little treat theory? Okay, so here's my little treat theory. To make an optimal treat time experience, if you're having a hot treat or a warm treat, you need a cold drink. And then if you're having a cold treat, you need a hot drink. That's my theory. That's my little treat theory. If it's pure cider, I like it cold, but a hot cider mixed into a spiced tea. Ooh, that sounds good, Maka. Yeah, the many theories and philosophies of House Moonheart. Exactly. But yeah, that's my little theory. Yes, hot apple pie with cold vanilla ice cream. Or if you have like hot coffee, then you want like a cool, like a cookie, you know, like a crunchy cookie that's very not hot, you know? Or like, oh, and then the theory gets an addendum. The theory gets an addendum. Okay, so there's an addendum to the theory. If you're drinking something sweet, then your treat should be not sweet. Your treat should be savory. If you're drinking something sweet, your treat should be savory. And if you're drinking something not sweet, then your treat should be sweet. Does that make sense? So like a coffee, strong coffee with a nice sugary cookie. Or strong tea, plain tea with a nice sugary cookie. But if you have like a little BLT, then you want a sweet tea with it. You know? Like jerky and Mountain Dew. I mean, Dad, yeah, definitely. That's definitely an example of my little treat theory. Yeah, you're spot on with that one. Yeah, sweet treat, bitter drink. Exactly, Tarawan. Yeah. So no milkshake with ice cream. No. Milkshake with fries. Milkshake with fries. Tea and barbecue. Yeah, sweet tea and savory barbecue. Exactly. See? It works. For contrast and flavor. Yeah, Patchy. Yeah. What about chocolate milk and cookies? No. It has to be plain milk and cookies. Chocolate milk is too much sugar. It's sugar on sugar. Wendy's Frosty with chicken nuggets. Yeah, exactly. Pickle with chocolate milk. Yes? I guess? I guess, huh? Would you dip your fries in your milkshake? Absolutely. 100%. Other than water, all I drink is sweet. What does that mean, Eli? Like juice? Brushing tea after a citrus treat. Shut up. That's not the theory at all. You don't understand the theory. Go back and hit the books. Go back and hit the books. You don't get it. Go back and study. This is some Ratatouille level food crafting. Yeah. Now you guys know. Now you guys understand my theories. The milkshake and fries finally got me hungry. Chocolate milk with a Reese's Puff and a side of milkshake and a sweet tea and a big cookie. That sounds terrible, Funds. That sounds awful. You don't understand the theory either. Go back and study. Go back to page 792 in the Vylett Moonheart textbook and start studying, taking notes. You guys don't understand. Strawberry milk and a steak. I mean, that works in theory, Dad. Pickled jalapenos and Nutella. Jesus Christ, Top Gear. Which one of those are you drinking? Hey, bud. Hey, bud, out of the pickled jalapenos and Nutella, which one of those are you drinking like a drink? I'm so curious. Anyway. Where does orange juice fall in this category? Sweet. Obviously. And the jalapeno, of course. Mix them. Okay. Whichever upsets you more. That's true. Well, you're up to volume 3 of the textbook. All right, Steven. Well, it's in number 4, so you gotta read faster. The Nutella's not the drink. Blue cheese times maple syrup. Ooh, that does sound kind of good, Eli. But again, which one are you drinking? Water and a tub of frosting. Hey, what? Hey, what? You guys, no. I'm not talking about ingredients. A little treat. The little treat theory does not apply to ingredients like jalapenos and Nutella and water and a tub of frosting. Those are ingredients. Those are not little treats that have been put together. Okay, those are just ingredients. This is why I crave sweet and sour chicken. I see, Jub. I do like sweet and sour chicken. It's pretty good. Yeah, strawberry milkshake and french fries. These are how men make depression meals. Please tell me you guys aren't eating Nutella and jalapenos as a dinner. Please. Don't knock it till you try it. Hey, Nomos, what? What? Blue cheese times maple sounds like a cute anime. No, the Nutella is not the drink, Malkosh. Stop. Seawater and cotton candy. All right, you know what? You guys are bastardizing my little theory. Dip my potato in frosting. Yeah, just like raw potato in a can of cake frosting. Delicious. A depression meal is cheese whiz straight into the gullet. You know, if it works, it works. I developed a bad habit of keeping a jar of frosting under my bed and eating that. What? It's sad boy coated meals. Are there sad boy meals? I thought that was just ramen cups. And like chopped cheese. A sugar cube and a salt cube. I mean, that's the most bare bones deconstructed theory of my theorem, Kieran. That's the most deconstructed aspect of my theory, yes. But it has to be a drink and a little treat. It can't just be food and food. Peanut butter and gumballs. I hate this. Are you guys intentionally picking like the worst combinations known to mankind? Who knows of the Twinkie Wiener sandwich? The what donuts? The huh? The excuse me? It just works. Somebody do the just works redeem. Dips cabbage wedge in barbecue chocolate sauce. Gotta make it to Tuesday. Ew. Ramen cups is a corner of it, but there are some more. Okay. Oh, there's Todd Howard being eaten by the fire. There he is. Being immolated. What have you done? I don't know what I've done, Crazy. I'm sorry. A cup of cinnamon? No, because that'll that's just the cinnamon challenge, and that'll perish you. That'll get you. I like fries. Yeah, fries dipped in milkshake I feel like is a pretty good one. Nutella and bacon is unironically pretty good. Really, Onyx. I have to try it. Oh, it's from a comedy by Weird Al? Of course it's Weird Al. Of course you guys would quote a Weird Al comedy. Yeah. That tracks, hotties. You know? I learned everything I know about comedy from Danny DeVito. You learned everything you know about comedy from Weird Al Yankovic. Yep, that tracks. Oh, yeah, it'll untod you. Precisely. This is for his Starfield sins. Somebody save him! Somebody save Todd Howard. He's being immolated. Doritos and milk? Ew. No, we're not eating Tide Pods. Stop it. Maple bacon donuts? Ooh, now I really want a donut. I did watch Trapped in the Drive-Thru a lot as a kid. Huh? Trapped in the Drive-Thru? Is that I don't even know what Weird Al was doing. I know he made songs. Did he actually star in like movies? I just know his songs. Boba with chicken soup. Oh, milk tea. Oh. Oh, you mean like separately? Or do you mean boba inside the chicken soup? I'm concerned. I'm really concerned. Banana milk and pickled herring. Ew. Guys, stop. He was in SpongeBob. Oh, he was in SpongeBob? That makes sense. Weird Al and Achievement Hunter is all the comedy I needed back in the day. Dang. It was easy. You guys were easy to entertain, huh? No, I'm just kidding. Achievement Hunter. I remember Achievement Hunter. They were genuinely pretty good. I was like, what was I watching for comedy? My brother and me mostly. I was watching Monster Factory. And a lot of absolutely fabulous. My mom was watching a lot of that. A glass of milk, peanut butter, banana, and pickle sandwich. Isn't that the Elvis sandwich? Isn't that the Elvis sandwich, mister? Or am I thinking of a different one? Tuna fish milkshake. I'm gonna start... Hey, hotties. I don't normally use my own emojis in chat, but you've earned this. Oh. You've earned this. I just sent them... Hold on, maybe I can do it in... Yeah, I can do it in purple site too. Alright, hotties, you've earned this. That's right. That's right. How dare you? How dare you? Is that a gun? Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, I've got a gun and it shoots pickles. Pew 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 pew. Get pickled, get pickled, get pickled. Get salted, pickle juice everywhere, pickle juice, pickle juice, pickle juice. Elvis was peanut butter, banana, and bacon sandwich. Oh, wow. I love the single Vi. I'm actually in the middle. Okay, my finger slipped, Kano. You didn't have to... My finger slipped. You weren't supposed to see that. What about the Nutella machine gun? Do you mean me after a talk? No, don't say that, Vi. Don't say that. Don't say that. You're above this. You're above this. You're above toilet humor. You're a knight now. You would never counter. You would never talk about toilet stuff anymore. You would never do that. Anyway. I'm over it. I'm composed. The AI summary called our food combinations depression meals. That's real, Eli. I'm wrestling my inner demons. Yeah, you guys got to see me wrestle my inner demons on live television. Did you see that? How lucky you are. You get to see your night wolf boss wrestle her inner demons. You get to see the gears turning in her head, and then she pulls the lever to bring the gears to a screeching halt. I've made the Elvis sandwiches good. I'll have to try that. Wait, we ran out of ethereal dulcimer sounds 3 hours. Uh-oh, hotties, you know what that means. We ran out of dulcimer music. Hotties, it's almost been 3 hours of yapping. Oh my goodness. Those are lashing out at society? I don't think eating pickles and peanut butter is particularly damaging to society. But if you think that's rebellion, hotties, then go for it. Do it. Live your best life. There are several outer demons outside my door. Sorry, I'm sorry. That was me. I was practicing my conjuration magic. I'm at 100 conjuration if you care. If you care, I got to 100 conjuration. Thanks for letting me summon demons outside your door. Demons in Daedra. Does that mean it's time for Weird Al music? Absolutely not. His lawyers are very good. I don't think they're Dr. Phil levels of good, but I know his lawyers are very good. Silence interspersed with iron pipe. No, all right? Hotties, no. This is a cozy, normal autumn Zatsu. We're not doing any iron pipes. None of that. You're welcome, boss. Thanks, Bubs. We need a 9-hour Dark Souls 3 stream to balance out the 3 hours Zatsu. Absolutely not. There is nothing normal about anything. You're a VTuber and we watch you. I think that's pretty normal. I think that's pretty normal, right? Right? I mean, I watch VTubers and I'm perfectly normal. Autumn is rusty pipe season. Yeah, like Silent Hill rusty pipe. Iron pipe is cozy. All right, well. Well, hotties. I guess the iron pipe is cozy. So I'm just going to cue that up. Not yet. Not yet. Don't worry. Not yet. But you hear the typing. No, you don't. No, you don't. The Final Fantasy Tactics remake. That's right. It's coming out soon. The Final Fantasy Tactics remake. I got to make sure I put that on the schedule. Iron pipes are nice. ... Please iron pipe me right in the soft spot. Okay, Kano. You got it. I'm excited about the next Dark Souls 3 stream. Yeah, me too, Steven. I really am enjoying Dark Souls 3. I hope you guys are too. We will not know the moment. Yeah, you guys are not going to know the moment of the iron pipe. It's just going to happen. Autumn silence interrupted by falling Helivore. RTS game Alien vs. Predator Extinction? I've never heard of that, Gojira. Yeah, it's interesting that's an RTS game. Yeah, the Tactics remake is in 4 days. I'm really pumped about it. We'll play it. We'll try to fit it in on Thursday, I think, next week. Because we've got to do Rogue Trader Tuesday, and then Dark Souls Wednesday. So we'll try to fit it in on Thursday. I liked it better when it was called War of the Lions. No, War of the Lions is different, Kiwi. That's a different game, right? Yeah, I like DS3 a lot. It's really fun. Every single boss fight's fun. Exploring the level's really fun. There's a lot of verticality to all the levels, which I really enjoy. Yes, I understand now why... Well, I'm starting to understand, I should say, because I haven't played the entire game. But I'm starting to understand why Dark Souls 3 is some of, like, most people's favorite FromSoft game, you know? It's just really well crafted. BK, thank you for the super. Check out the Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered. Yes, I gotta look at that on Steam. Yes, thank you for reminding me. I will also do that. Thank you, thank you. Let me write that down. Final Fantasy Tactics Remake. I'm writing these down so I can add them on Steam. And Dynasty. Is it called that because the guy's Dynasty? Dynasty Warriors 3 Remaster. Yippee! Trails remake. Oh, there's a Trails remake meteor. I've heard of Trails. After Rogue Trader, will Hitman return? I'm not sure. We got to figure out a Hitman game to play. There's like I think the newest Hitman game's on the PS3, right? The Nasty Warriors 3. Time to pursue Lu Bu. Dark Souls 3 is my favorite boss? Really, Yug? Interesting. Gundam boss, thank you. Gundam also has a Dynasty game? War of the Lions was the PSP version. Oh, I see, Hito. Okay. Yeah, I think all I remember was War of the Lions was like a separate version of Final Fantasy Tactics. Trying to make sure you don't die horribly is fun as well. Yeah, it's a good time. Thanks for your guys' patience with me. I know it's a game everybody's played, but I really appreciate it when you guys don't spoil it for me. And you're along for the ride. I don't know. Hotties are really good passengers. You guys are really amazing at being in the car seat next to me while I'm driving, you know? As long as I give you your Capri Suns every once in a while and your fruit roll-ups, you guys are really good passengers. You coo and you gurgle at the appropriate moments, and that's all I really need. Yeah, I've heard Warlands was good. I'm pretty sure it's mostly just the same tactics, Final Fantasy Tactics, but with maybe a couple additions. This Wolf Nido, she's pretty cool sometimes. Yeah, you guys get to sit in the front in your car seat, which is not recommended. Do never put a car seat in the front seat, hotties. That's not how it works. Always in the back seat. But anyway, you guys have to have a car seat because otherwise you can't see over the window and you get fussy. Do good hotties get a trip to McDonald's? No, we're a Burger King household here. We're a Burger King household. Sorry. Coup-pilled gurgle maxers. Yeah, just drooling all over themselves. Drooling, they're all over themselves, shit in their pants. It's exactly what the hotties are. Yeah, I put you in the front seat regardless, precisely. I want it my way, which is Wendy's. Actually, we are a DQ household. We're a DQ household, okay? But we will go to Burger King because it's more populous. There's a lot more Burger Kings than there are DQs. Yeah, I like a good Whopper. I like a good Whopper. Can I get a Nando's? I've never been there, Top Gear. I don't know what that is. I know it's a chicken shop, but I've never had it. You see the crown on her head? Was there any doubt about the Burger King? Yeah, Burger King and Dairy Queen are married, and their daughter is Wendy's. Obviously. Obviously. It's kind of a no-brainer. Yeah, I like DQ a lot. DQ is like my childhood ice cream shop, I would say. It's like the childhood fast food I went to the most, I think. We used to go in the summer, all of the cousins, all of the wolf cousins. My wolf aunties would take out all of the wolf pups, and we would all go to DQ. And we would get, you know, dipped cones and blizzards and stuff. And then we would eat them in the summer sunset. It was a good time. It's a very core memory for me. Happy burger family. Yeah, you remember this, Lord Ferrandis? Yeah. I'm not gaslighting you. Can I get cheesy tots? Sure. DQ fries are my favorite. They do really good fries, Finn. I've never been to a DQ. You should try it, Gondor. There's a little jingle they have where it's like, DQ, this is where we stop in Texas. That went really well with the dulcimer music, I think. That was a really nice accompaniment with the classical dulcimer music. What do you mean, what? Have you never seen the Dairy Queen commercials in Texas? Come on, guys. Isn't that only in Texas? No, it's in every state. It's actually in every state, believe it or not. Every single state has the same ad jingle, even though it says Texas, which is kind of, I thought it was kind of weird at first, too. But apparently it works. So, I've never heard that one before. Thanks, all. You're welcome, Chunky. You gotta go with I've heard Whataburger's pretty good, yeah. Foster's Freeze? Interesting, Kano. I've never heard of that. You gotta get the onion rings. Are their onion rings good? I've never had them. I've had their fries. My grandpa used to take my brother and I to DQ every time we would visit. The mint Oreo Blizzard's the best ice cream ever. That sounds good, Storsky. I only get the same, I get the same thing at DQ every time I go. I get a dipped cone. That's it. Guys, why are we talking about fast food? Autumn is the season of cooking soups and breads and pies and delicious things. Why are we talking about fast food? That's a summer thing, man. That's a summer thing. You have In-N-Out? Oh, In-N-Out's good. I don't like In-N-Out's fries, but their burgers are good. DQ here has fried battered mushrooms. Ooh, delightful. Just in case anyone needs this information, the DQ blizzards of the fall this year are caramel toffee cookie blizzard, pumpkin pie blizzard, and caramel craze. Thank you, Maka. Very important information. Yeah, it all started with sweet potatoes. True. The fry oil color evokes a feeling of autumn. Fuck off. Hey, I don't swear very often, hotties, but frick you guys. This is the golden hour of autumn, not the fry oil color. Jerks. I'm about to fry you. Oh, chili season sounds good, Steven. Hamburger is a pie, arguably. You're not wrong, Saw. Like, hamburger is bordering pie territory. I don't know how you're right, but I know you are. Isn't that weird? Yeah, chat's just hungry. Exactly. Oh, potato leek and bacon soup? That sounds delicious. That sounds really good. I would love, I don't know. I like soup a lot better when it's got a crispy bread to go with it. Otherwise, it's kind of hard to eat just soup, I've decided. Ever since being sick, I've decided no more just soup. I need a fried bread. Or like a crispy bread. The fryer oil is very autumn coated. Ah, yes. Yes, when I go to the local home repair store, they ask me for what color do you enjoy in your kitchen, in your wallpapers? What color of the decor would you like, my lady? I look them straight in the eyes and I say fry oil yellow. And they understand what I mean. Hi, Abakash. Irish stew is the best. I've never had it before. Welcome in. I really want to try haggis. I really want to try Scottish haggis because I've heard good things about it. Beef Wellington is a pie. Kind of. Kind of. Pumpkin spice fryer. What? No. Yeah, I do like to eat my bowls. I do like bread bowls. I think bread bowls are superior. Native American fry bread? I've never had it, Doorstep. Sounds good, though. Why did I call you Doorstep, Saw? That was weird. That was weird. Have you noticed pork rinds and croutons look the same when soaked in soup? Hey, Jub, what does that mean? hey, no, I've super not noticed that, but I'm glad you have. I'm glad somebody on planet Earth has. Is that relevant? Is that gonna be on the test? Are you planning something with that? Kind of scared. A bowl of cereal is a pie, but without an inedible crust. Wrong, Ravioli, extremely wrong. Loud, incorrect buzzer. I love haggis. Yeah, I need to try some stuff. Hi, Rat. As a Scot, fond hebst hafid. What? Did I pronounce that right? Fond hesbid hafid. I did not pronounce that right. Welcome in. Hi. Big Crouton didn't want you to know that. Yeah, is like Big Crouton keeping that information from us or what? Pop-Tarts are hand pies, true. Hot Pockets are burritos. Let that sink in. Give them a minute to think. Hot Pockets are burritos for Italians. Let that sink in. Give them a minute. Give them a minute. Pregnant silence. Let it marinate. Why are you saying, Hotties? I'm correct. I didn't summon a demon. I was practicing my conjuration outside a guy's door. I started World War III. Apologize to the Italians right now. Hi, Ziv. Congratulations, Silence. Thank you. But is it a cannoli? No. Fries are not salad. A sausage roll is an English enchilada. Wrong. You guys are just jealous that my metaphor is better than your metaphor. You're scrambling. You're grasping for straws in the wake of my extreme truth. My extreme beam of truth. Sweet potato or pumpkin pie? Which one is best? I gotta go pumpkin. I think I gotta go pumpkin quiche. I like eating spaghetti with ketchup. Well, everybody, it's been great. It's been great having you on this fall walk, on this autumn walk, Hotties. Thank you for coming with me for this journey, little walkies through the rift. I think that's about where we're gonna end it today. I think that's where we're gonna end it for today, everyone. We're gonna go back to the Bee and Barb and get a little bit of nosh. Thank you so much for hanging with me today, everyone. I really appreciate you. Let me get you iron. Hold on. I spoiled that. Let me just get you one last 3 seconds. 10 hours. Here we go. All right, Hotties. It's been great having you today. Lamoro, thank you so much for the 100. What the heck? Thank you for the comfy walk today, Vi. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate that. Arigatou. Thank you. Yeah. Make sure you guys eat something good today, okay? Something delicious. I'm going to speed this up a little bit just to hear. There's not enough metal pipes. Here we go. Where's my metal pipe sound? I want a lot of metal pipes. Hold on. You guys aren't getting away that... Here we go. All right, everybody. Have a great rest of your night, guys. I will see you tomorrow for Fallout 3. We are finishing the Point Lookout DLC. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you on Saturday for Minecraft. Have a great rest of your night. Take care of yourselves and others. Eat a vegetable. And until then, I will see you guys later. Goodbye, Patchy. Goodbye, Kishi. Goodbye, Ferrantis. Goodbye, 626. Goodbye, Maka. Goodbye, Kano. Goodbye, Gondor. Goodbye, Gojira. Goodbye, Mumums. Goodbye, Storsky. Goodbye, Miss Struggle. Goodbye, Kiwi. Goodbye, Sa. Goodbye, Pawad. Goodbye, Akash. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me, Hotties? Goodbye, everyone. Let's say it together. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Oyasumi nasai. Bye-bye.
Ruff and Hottie.